everybody. Joleen Lunzer!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday night. Welcome to Married to Bravo with Joleen and Nana. Nana's grabbing a cup of coffee because we have some things to discuss tonight. We're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 1 and Salt Lake City season 3. I think we're on episode 2 or 3. I'm not sure, but a lot is happening and a lot of lingerie. So we have to break it all down. But first, make sure that you smash that like. Let's set a like goal. I'm just going to set it before Nana gets here for 300. Let's do 311 likes. Can we hit 311 likes? That would be amazing. If you want to support the channel, Super Chat is a great way to do it while we're live. You can also send a super thanks after the video post, or you can join the Lean Team here on YouTube, just like What's It All About. Darren did. Welcome to the Lean Team, Darren. And we also have Patreon where we have multiple tiers. So that is just the YouTube business, getting it out of the way. You guys, 311 likes is our goal. We're going to be breaking down the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 1. Okay. We didn't get an appearance from Kathy Hilton, but we did get, the other housewives. Kyle came out of her shell to fight Crystal on some BS. And she was bucking up more to Crystal than she ever has in defense of her own sister. So that was fun to watch. And then Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City was a whole mess in lingerie. They were pouring liquids into each other's vaginas on a, what was it? We probably got demonetized for me just saying vagina. Now I said it twice. Were they on a pedal? What are those things called where you drink, Nana? And you.
Oh, it looked like a little trolley, pedal trolley car.
Yes. Okay. I set our like goal for 311 likes tonight, Nana.
Oh, good. Are we getting things? Are we getting some Mims people coming over? I see we are.
Sure.
Are they done?
Yep, we're done. We just congratulated. Shout out to Mims. Make it make sense. If you're not already subscribe to Mims. He hit 10K subscribers. So it was me, Shannon Van, Gabor, Busy Blue, and Mims. And it was really fun.
It was. You had a lot of people in the chat. It was a good chat. You had great people in there. Naturally, people. Renee was in there. Hello, Renee. Haru, I saw Haru in there. I said hi to Haru. When I say hi to people on the chats like that, should I always say their name first so it pops up and then hi?
Oh, you mean, when you're typing? Yes, you should do at, like you would be like at patriotic,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So then it will pop up their name and all that stuff will populate. Also, happy Bravocon. Hello, Mrs. Kiki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Donna.
Hi, Mrs. Kiki. Yes.
Not the mouth of Nicorette. Yeah, I think she does have a mouth of Nicorette.
I don't. Tonight?
Is it a mint?
I have 2 mints.
2 mints? Are you okay?
Yeah. I just was I was watching you guys and stuff. I thought, I watched our other one and I was chewing. It looked like, I was chewing cud like an old cow. So I thought this time I'll just chew mints.
So you just stuck a mint on each side of your mouth, Mom?
More or less.
Oh, well, pretty girl. Pretty girl. Okay. We do have some tea. We talked about it on Mim's channel, but I don't know if Nana realizes this. So I have been stalking Bravocon. Okay. I've been stalking the social medias of all the housewives. I've been stalking the bloggers who are there. I have been stalking just Bravo TV in general. And I've been screenshotting a lot of the stories because I want to do a video like I do Big Brother. And so if you missed Bravocon, here's everything you need to know, like a funny little tea and little comedy, little tea about Bravocon. Okay. So early this morning, I noticed everyone was posting, well, probably mid-afternoon, everyone was posting Lisa Rinna. So they did a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills panel at Bravocon. Lisa Rinna got booed by Bravocon, by the fans at Bravocon. Apparently also Bravocon is kind of a hot mess. And some people on Twitter were comparing it to the Fyre Fest. And I don't know if you remember the Fyre Festival, Nana, that all these influencers they put together and they were going to go. There's a documentary on Netflix about it. I think Ja Rule was a part of it. And there was this weird other guy. And basically they were promised all these things. And once they got there, they didn't get what they paid for really. And it was a hot mess. And everyone was like, there wasn't enough water. There wasn't enough bathrooms. One guy had to like offer to S&D for water. It was a whole mess, Nana. It's in the documentary.
That's like it's like sounds a little like Woodstock, only Woodstock was peaceful. Okay.
Just less fun. So Fyre Fest, it was like that. So there were supposed to be lines and there's supposed to be VIP. And I guess some of the VIP people were like, we didn't get all of the things that they said they would get. And then you saw people, especially for the Beverly Hills panel, rushing the lines and just rushing in like it was, I'm trying to think like, on Black Friday when people go crazy and trample each other, it kind of looked like
that or way back when they didn't have assigned seating for concerts, people would run in, grab a seat. And a lot of times it was on the floor, of these arenas and stuff. So would
people get hurt?
Yes, after people got trampled and killed in Cincinnati. And I thought it was a Who concert. I might be wrong.
Nana, you always know how to really bring up the mood, and then people died. And
everybody always
the story of Nana. Nana's stories always end in, and then somebody died.
Well, they did though. And that's when they started going with assigned seating. They had this big rush. People were being trampled. And I think it was the Who. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, it was the Who. Who was it now? It was the Who. Peter Thompson.
Lisa Rinna showed up in a orange pantsuit, which actually was really, really cute, especially it being October and Halloween-y. But as she walked to the stage, so they announced everyone. I'm trying to I got so many clips that I saved myself, but I'll show you just her outfit because her outfit is super cute.
Well, that was really good that you did that.
Okay, let me
I was just going to say, are you sure they were booing her? Was Bruce Springsteen there? I think they were saying, Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. I don't know.
Nana.
Back in the day when Bruce Springsteen would come on stage, people would go, Bruce, Bruce, and people thought they were booing him. Go ahead.
Oh, really? Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
That's a true story. That's a true story.
Here's Bravocon today, and they did the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills panel. Apparently, there wasn't much tea really spilled there. Everyone was there, not Diana, obviously, not the lip licker. She was not there.
Nobody missed her. Okay.
So then when she got booed, Rinna walked out, and some people cheered. I mean, it was like a mix, but you could definitely hear the boos, especially in some of the videos posted. And she flipped everybody off as she was walking up to the stage. Which is very Rinna. I'm sorry, what?
I mean, because I just got off of Mims. Sorry, Mims. I just got off of such a nasty woman. Nasty old woman. I just got off of Mims. And you were showing just a little clip of that. And I saw her flip people off. And I thought, you got to be kidding. Now, I'm not going to ask you the source, but when you say you were looking at all this, does that take some detective work to get all this? Okay, thank you.
I just social media stalk people on Instagram.
Okay.
So that's what I do so that you don't have to. I did it for the Big Brother people too. I just stalk everyone's Instagram, grab the clips I want, so then you don't have to. And that's it. And that's kind of what now I have to put this all together, which is going to take me a minute. And by hopefully not too long.
No, that's
because
fine.
then the news is old. I mean, when I put this thing together after we get off live, I have to put like a little video.
I see what you're saying. But Elizabeth Hernandez is saying, Nana, you're so funny. Bruce, that is a true story, though. My brother and my dad and my aunt, my uncle and cousins, they all work the concerts and they sold the concert T-shirts and the programs and things. And my brother was telling me that story about when they were working Springsteen and they were all screaming, Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. It sounded like they were booing him. So these guys that were doing all the T-shirts and stuff went running in there to say, are they booing him? Because that's what it sounded like. So just a thought.
Oh, Nana. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Nana. We love you.
Thank
we love
you.
A Nana
Thanks,
share.
Elizabeth.
We love.
Thanks, Elizabeth, for thinking I'm funny.
We love a random Nana share. Okay, I did just upload this little clip that I grabbed a lot of clips. So this one is from at Gib Sonoma. So that is their social media at Gib G-I-B Sonoma. So I want to give credit to the people that took this little video here and let me know. Actually, let me make sure you can hear it. So there were some recordings because there's multiple people there that are filming it while they're there. And there were times where I feel like I heard the booze more and then times where I heard it less. So here's one of the times, and let's see if you guys can hear it, where Lisa Rinna is walking on stage and she's getting the booze. Oops. Okay.
Look at that. Look at how many people.
So you see Dorit going, no, don't boo. There's her giving the finger. Why can't I make this big?
Well, that's all right.
Okay. So yeah, so they're that's weird that I can't. I want to make you large. Let me make you large. No. So yeah, as you can see, oh, I hate these shorts. These are so stupid. Flicking everybody off as Lisa Rinna does. And then when some people got the angle of the other side of the couch and you could see Sutton was like it was awkward. And then Lisa Rinna turns to Crystal and is like, you see, I got booed. Like, you know, it's like when you're embarrassed that something like that just happened, you turn to the person next to you like, right? So and Crystal's like, I don't want to get booed.
I know. I don't want to get involved. Wow. That is, yeah. Nice. Nice, Rinna.
There she is. She's like, and a F you, and a F you, and a F you too. So Lisa Rinna getting booed. That was like the big story today, but I got lots of views of it. And I should say different recordings of it where you can, some people were way in the back, some people in the front. So it just depends where you're sitting, where you can really hear it, you know.
Okay.
The booze. But that was, you know, I think everyone coming off of the heels of part one of the reunion and the season just ending, everyone was pretty excited for this Beverly Hills panel. So everyone at Bravocon was going crazy. But most people who were there said that they really didn't share a lot. There wasn't any good tea. Now, some good tea, I will tell you, was I don't know how much, it's not really tea, but Kathy Hilton is having the time of her life. So I don't think she was at this panel at Bravocon. But what are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing about every time you say Kathy Hilton, that she just cracks me up. She just says she's got the run of the show and she's not even one of them. Okay.
Right? She's still just a friend. So she showed up and she finally got to do the conga. Okay, you know, she's been waiting, remember? So she did a direct TV kind of after party thing. Or I think it was a before party thing. So it was before maybe like last night. And she came in with quite a few housewives from some housewives of Potomac. I think Ashley Darby was there, Teresa Giudice. I think Whitney Rose from Salt Lake City, and they all came in doing the conga, and she was showing off her tequila. So it really is Kathy Hilton's world, and the rest of these housewives are just kind of living. It's her Bravocon world, and the rest of the housewives are just kind of living in it right now.
Oh, so that is good. That is good.
Yeah, she's definitely having a good time. I haven't seen any pictures yet of her and Kyle together. And word is that they're not good yet. So I'm not sure where, you know, how that is going. But I think I have like a little video of them doing the conga.
That's so funny because she wanted to do it so bad. I wonder if they played Billie Jean for her too.
They
Maybe,
probably
maybe
did,
not.
but they did. Yeah, they did something. Let me see if I can find it here. But I mean, everyone is there. It's crazy. Let me see what this interview. This is her saying, "Oh, she says she's a good person, but if she wants to play, she said Hunky Dory's a good kid." She told Access Hollywood, "But if you want to play, I'll play," because everyone is remarking on, this part 2 or part 3 whenever we're going to see her arrive. I think in part 2, but they'll kind of make us wait until part 3 to see
absolutely.
her. Maybe really give it to Rinna, or maybe not. Maybe just the end of part 2. So everyone's asking her about that. So she's saying, well, Hunky Dory's a good kid, but if I got to give it to you, I got to give it to you.
Wow.
And she is giving it to them. So
that is something. Can I mention something? Okay.
Yeah.
That we were talking about before, a patriotic mention, because I wasn't sure just where this happened with the Who. It was the Who when they trampled people and they came into Riverfront Stadium.
Are we
It was
still talking about death, Nana?
Back in early December of 70, said early December 79. Thank you, patriotic. She was in high school. So, boy, I sure was out of high school. I got out of high school in 72. So I do remember it. I remember WKRP in Cincinnati did an episode on it about something like this happening.
The trampling?
Because it did happen in Cincinnati. Yeah, because they were telling everybody about this concert. There was a rock station. They pushed this concert, and then to have something like that happen. So it was kind of a learning episode from WKRP, which is one of my favorite TV shows way back in the day. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now we're done talking. Maybe we don't know if we're not going to talk.
We don't know
people dying anymore. We're not sure. We got to see how Nana feels. Nana will feel it out. Let me upload this. So here's Kathy Hilton. Here, let me just save. I hope it doesn't go to. I think it's going to go to shorts probably again. So Kathy Hilton arriving at the DirecTV party.
She's the one I would like to see.
Right. There was quite a few of because some of our favorite bloggers are there. Up and Adam's there. Jason's there. Kempire's there. So there's, a Philly diva who was mentioned in the part 1 of the reunion.
Yes.
She's there. Everyone go follow Philly Diva. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Zach mentioned that he wasn't going this year. Zach Peter.
Oh. What's the tea, Nana? What's the tea?
I don't know. I don't know unless he's been very busy and stuff. That can happen. But he wasn't going to be. He wasn't able to attend.
Nana's got her. Wait, I think that was a Nana's stale tea or stolen tea. Which one would that be? That would probably be.
Honey, everything's.
Stale, but we'll just go with your.
Starts with an S.
Nana stolen tea. I got to work on the.
I thought it was wonderful. Zach Peters has mentioned that he will not be at Bravocon. But
wow.
Up and Adam.
You mean he's not there now?
And Jason. Hi, Jason. Those two will be there, or they are there. And Kempire naturally will be there. Make it make sense. Is not there. You were just on his.
I just was talking to him. He's
podcast. It was a very good podcast. And to 10K, can we just do one more shout out to make it make sense? Go on, subscribe, like what he does, like his content. He's very mellow and he's really easy on the eyes. Okay.
Nana's boner is rising. But I did see they're hanging out with Up and Adam and Jason are hanging out with Caroline Stanberry from Dubai and then formerly Ladies of London. They've been hanging out with Meredith Marks, because Up and Adam they're friendly. So here's Kathy. I want to mute it. I'm going to mute it because it has songs on it and I don't want to get copyright struck. Right. But I don't know how to make this big. This is just the dumbest thing. There should be a full screen. Sorry, guys. So here's Kathy Hilton arriving at her DirecTV little party. There's Ashley Darby, Teresa Giudice, there's Whitney Rose, and they're conga. She finally got to do her conga
Oh my
and talk
gosh.
about her tequila. So yes.
And the rich get richer. Okay.
Get it, Kathy.
Get it, Kathy.
Get it, Kathy. Get
We
it.
love ya.
Rich
We
get
love ya.
richer, Kathy. So there you go.
Oh, that was
no
good.
one's congaing with Lisa Rinna. That's for damn sure.
No, I mean, who could trust her? Sorry. Who could trust her?
Well, that's the thing. You can't trust her. You just can't. Let me see. And then we got Kathy. Let me see if this will pop up.
Shannon Vanna is in. Oh, she's in the house. She's in the house.
Oh, Shannon Vanna is in.
I know. I got all excited when I saw her tonight.
My
her hair looked amazing.
Died, and then so it popped up on my speaker. So it was like, Shannon Vanna's on.
I just got excited when I saw her. She's so damn cute, and her hair looked amazing tonight.
Okay, so here is Kathy with her tequila. So everyone, I think, because of the slight her tequila got previously, it got slighted. Now everyone's kind of asking her about the tequila. So there she is. All right, we got to get into this reunion, Nana. You got Nana notes for us?
I do. You want to start with the reunion?
Let's do it.
All right. Could I just mention one thing first? Because, gosh knows.
Should we wait till the end and just get into the episode?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
do any announcements at the end.
All right. I always forget. I've only been doing this for how many years with you?
I don't even know.
You're going to say 2 weeks. It always feels like 2 weeks. You're the new girl. I like
give
that.
It to us, Nana.
I like this. Okay. This is Beverly Hills Housewives Reunion #1, season 12. I had a little problem with my internet again. Here we go.
That's what you were going to announce. I know it.
No, it wasn't. It was later on. But I got it. It's working, but we're having the people come in. And I always get it mixed up. It's not the internet I'm having trouble with. I always get those two mixed up.
It's all right.
It
worked now.
The DirecTV thing. Mm-hmm. Cable.
Got it.
Internet, cable. DVD, CD.
All right, give us these Nana notes. Quit stalling.
You are the biggest bully in Hollywood, and everyone knows it. It kind of starts out like this. It's so funny. It starts out with Kathy saying this. You can look at Kyle's face in this. She's looking at her like, oh, are you really doing this? Yes, she is, as well she should. We talked a little bit about their dresses last time. If you just want to run through one more time, just real quickly. Kyle, best dressed, worst dressed.
We'll go through that towards the end, since we're just gonna. After you do your recap, then I'll pull up because then I have the picture of all the dresses.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, it shows.
I was like, that is not what I wanted to do, Joleen. Okay. Come on, Mom. Okay. You got this. Let's get our ADHD. We both got it. Let's do it.
I don't have that, and I have no idea what it even stands for anymore.
I'm going to eat some nuts because I'm hungry and mute myself. But give us the Nana notes.
Why don't you just go eat your nuts? Okay. It shows them all showing up and getting ready for the reunion with all their little people. Not too many were getting made up by their people. I noticed that. Usually they have so many people hovering around them. Not as many this time. They did announce it is at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I absolutely loved what they did with the stage. It reminded me of the 60s. It had that 60s vibe to it. What was the hotel we stayed at that one time that had the 60s vibes? It was just last year. It was the cutest damn place.
I don't know. It was somewhere in Palm Springs. Go to Joleen Blogs, and I did a blog on it.
It was just darling. So
I forgot what it's called. Saguaro Inn or something.
Yeah. So are we asking about that? Well,
oh no, we're losing her. That
was pretty good. I'm out of mints. So it's at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Love the backdrop. Rinna comes in with a manila envelope, and Andy goes, oh, what do we have here? And she takes the manila envelope, holy old school. I mean, I use manila envelopes because I still have some from my parting gifts from my last employment. So, and she puts it behind a pillow on the couch. It was tacky. It was like, you got that phone in your face all the time, Rinna. You couldn't have had this on your phone. You have to bring in really, like you're really bringing in paper receipts. I'm the only one that has paper receipts. Andy said, this is a chic reunion that he's ever seen. Chicest. Really? They look so mismatched up there. It was kind of sad. He's only
saying that as a joke too. Remember Dorit?
Dorit. Like that. So oh, chic. Yes, that's so chic. That's what he was.
Curtis. That's why, Nana.
Kids, is a callback.
Oh my God, we got sassy Nana. Nana.
That's kids is a callback. Kyle is really blonde. I noticed on this. She's kind of lightening up. I think that's a good look for her because when she goes too dark, you're starting to look old. You got to have some lightness around your face, which she does. And when she had that dark look, and maybe we'll see it because we are going to go to the Halloween movie when I get in town. I wasn't going to go. I will probably be sitting in the can with my junior mints and popcorn on my lap, screaming, take me home. But that's all right. Rena brings out a little bird and said, this is Lois. Lois came with me. You know what? You're not the only person in life that has lost a loved one. Okay. And
Nana's getting us canceled.
And we love Lois. Lois was a wonderful, she was such a great addition. But if that's what you're going to hang your hat on every time just to gain sympathy when you act like such a terrible friend and person to everyone, and you're going to hang your hat on your loss, put some of that energy into your personality and come through like a real human being. Okay, Rena brings out her little bird. She's showing everybody.
Dang, I love it. You are coming for the.
Well, that just made me sad because, we all want to be remembered after we die. That's cool. But I don't want my loved ones to be pulling out things.
I'm taking you everywhere. I am pulling you out. I'm at Applebee's. Yeah, I'll have the 2 for $20. My mom's here too. Is there a discount? Is there a senior discount? She's old. She's so old. She's in this box. Okay. So don't think I'm not going to do that because I will. I'm gonna milk it.
My mom didn't like to dust, and this proves it.
Exactly.
Rena, okay, she brings out the little bird. The bird is cute. Lois was cuter. Quit banking on that poor me thing. They started talking about the Homeless Not Toothless charity, which I think was such a sham. Not the charity itself. I'm sure it's a real charity. Don't get me wrong.
Two ladies who are like this are going to be mad you said that.
No, I think it's a real charity, but I think it's a sham the way they mentioned it and kept kidding about it, and they couldn't get the name straight. That's pretty sad. Jamie Lee Curtis appeared. Now, I thought that was exciting. Everybody loves her. Dorit was just freaking out all over again. And she made mention of Dorit. And I thought that was very nice. Jamie herself said, I didn't realize, and it was so cute the way she said it, I didn't realize just how popular this show was until after I was on. And I think that's true with a lot of people. When you say, oh, you watch the Housewives, it's kind of like a little, oh, you watch the Housewives? Really? It's that one of those guilty pleasures that shouldn't be. It's a show. It's a legitimate show. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. I truly enjoy it. Jamie Lee Curtis is there. She looks amazing. They all freak out. First time Andy has ever met Jamie Lee. So that says a lot.
She stays far away from reality TV.
I see that. And she is so real herself.
She really is.
She doesn't talk down to you. She talks like the rest of us. That's just how I'm feeling. You can relate to her. She has the little lines going here. She went all gray. She is beautiful. First time Andy ever met her, and he was kind of geeking out himself, which I don't blame him. Dorit, this is for you, Dorit. She says the chicest wind chime.
She named it after her.
I thought that was cute. I thought that was so nice. She knew darn well, and I'm sure these people, very famous people like Jamie Lee Curtis, when they've met somebody and the person's falling all over them, now that wouldn't be me. But
okay, Mr. Chasing Down Kurt
yes,
Russell,
it would.
And
okay.
also
yes, it would.
From Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yes, it would.
Page.
Yes, I would go geeky too, but she kind of played into that for Dorit, which I thought was really cute and very smart on her part. She brings these pumpkins and had them carved with all the ladies' faces on it, and it looked wonderful. They just looked, she says, I'm going to put these in your dressing room. You can take these home, do whatever you want with them. But they were excited about that, getting a nice gift like that from Jamie Lee.
Did you see Diana's pumpkin had her tongue sticking out like this? It was crazy. The whole pumpkin was just a tongue. It was just a tongue. No, I think the pumpkins weren't, I think they're like ones you can use every year. Like they weren't like ones that
Oh, they weren't like, that they weren't going to rot?
Yeah, because at first I was like, that's cool, but they filmed way before Halloween. It's not going to last. I mean, it's a nice idea. They're just going to put them in their, dressing room. But then the more I looked at them, I'm like, I think those are some kind of, it's carved like, they have them at Target now where it's like kind of a plasticky, but you can carve it.
Oh, okay. I have not seen those. They did look fairly the same size and perfect.
Now so don't read this comment. They're disparaging your man, Kurt Russell. Yes.
My husband met Kurt Russell, said he looked like leather. Yes. Okay. All right. I mean, that's, everyone has their opinion. Yes, he's weather, weather has gotten
resistant.
To our face.
Weather resistant.
Huh?
He's weather resistant.
No, it's, I mean, some of us have weathered, our skin. He did look like, yes. I mean, back in the day though, kids, we didn't wear all the moisturizers. We didn't wear there was no sunblock. What? No. Baby oil, things like that. Copper tone, which had no SPF anything. We didn't even know what SPF meant. Nobody had that stuff. So if you think that he's looked a little weathered, yes. Yeah. As do anybody my age usually going forward, because we didn't have those things. And we went to those stupid tanning things. Not to say tanning salons are bad for you, but stay the hell out of them. And, I just don't see the joy in, back in the day, if you got that bronze tan, that was everything. But now that pasty white's in. So we're there.
It's in during spooky season. Like my skin tone is in during spooky season, the pale. But otherwise, you can just get a spray tan. Evelyn is saying, I don't like the free promo for the Halloween movie in a reunion. That should be filled with the issues that arose during the season. I agree with you, Evelyn. I think that there were also a lot of heavy commercials. Now, the only way that I am kind of a hypocrite is that Halloween is one of my favorite scary movie franchises, like Michael Myers. I'm obsessed. So I was okay with it because it was that. But if it was something I wasn't really into, I would be like the same way. I'd be like, this is stupid. Get to the juice of the juice. Now I do. So I agree with you, but I also love seeing Jamie Lee Curtis because I'm a Halloween geek. But I get what you're saying because we've had, some stuff has happened this season. And here's some more tea, Nana. Andy Cohen. I mean, it's not, I say it's tea, but we tell us in the chat if you believe Andy. Nana, you tell me if you believe Andy. Andy said today they had to Ask Andy segment with Hoda and whatever the other lady's name who hosts in the morning on NBC.
Oh yes. I thought you said Yoda. I go, when did Yoda get a morning show? Okay, got it.
No, Hoda and the other chick. I just know Hoda. I just remember Hoda. There's another chick. Emily, Bemily, something. Put it in the chat if you guys know. Andy said that there is absolutely no audio recording of what Kathy said. Nothing. It doesn't exist. If there would have been a producer would have filmed it, he'd have it. But nope, there's nothing. And I'm like, Andy, there's something in my core, in my gut that is there's gotta be if this happened the way it did, as bad as it did, if Kathy Hilton's freaking out, I have a phone, a camera. If she's on a reality show, someone there is going to film it, and they did it. And I think that's the power of Kathy Hilton, is that even if it did exist, it wouldn't get played as much as she's not, she doesn't have control over the show. She has a little more control than the rest. So now some of you are saying you believe him. I don't know if Andy would expose I think there are certain celebrities that Andy wouldn't expose the way he does some of these housewives.
Let's just put it this way. Everyone can be bought. I think Andy's been bought time and time again. I'm not faulting him for that. There's a lot of money to be had here in Bravo, and he's came up through the ranks. You know, he started as just a geeky little kid knocking at doors and being all starstruck himself. If you read his book, you'd know that. But anyway, I really think that anybody can be bought. And I think that's like saying politicians lie, Joleen. Yeah. So I just think that he's going to make first and foremost, make Bravo look the best he can. That's his livelihood. That's who signs his paycheck. The end.
Yeah. And I mean, I love how everyone in the chat has a different opinion. Some people are like, I believe Andy. Some people are like, nope, I don't believe Andy. Sarah makes a good point. That would be ratings gold. However, is the power of Kathy Hilton's name, wallet, brand powerful enough to shut that shit down? And would it actually hurt Bravo? Do you know what I'm saying? Because exposing like let's say a hot mic like Lisa Barlow on Salt Lake City. Yeah, she's Lisa Barlow. Of course, they're going to expose that. I mean, but that's the kind of stuff that Bravo tends to catch. Again, the same thing at Cynthia's bachelorette party, you know, with the big wiener guy.
Yes. Let's go back. Let's go back to that big wiener guy, shall we? No, but the idea that Andy has Bravo's back. Bravo has more money than the Hiltons. Bravo has, and the Hiltons got a lot of money, but I would think Bravo has more money than the Hiltons. And I think if Kathy had asked them, I don't really want this out there, I think that they wouldn't really listen. I don't think maybe it does exist, because in this media frenzied world, it would have been leaked already.
It would have been leaked. Someone would have leaked it, unless something is, you know, I mean, there's something to be said for, do I think what Kathy Hilton said probably is like this horrible thing that's going to change everyone and change everything? No. Do I think she said some shitty stuff? Of course I do. I bet she says shitty stuff regularly. I bet a lot of these women do. But she did go on quite the campaign to shut it down, which then makes me think, okay, what exactly, you know what I mean? That does make me think.
Well, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she didn't know if there was anything out there.
Yes,
so
exactly.
She's trying to shut this down, and I don't blame her, because you know the rumor mills, how they'll just keep going and they just make it up as they go along. Enough about Lisa Rinna. I mean, so this is what happens. And I just think that, can Andy be trusted? Andy doesn't have to be trusted. Andy doesn't have to be trusted. Andy's Andy.
And like One-Eyed Flurry say, you got to remember that Kathy Hilton is the mother-in-law to a Rothschild. Like, there's money, prestige. There's so much power that 1%, Andy isn't in the 1%, right? He's not at that level.
He's getting there pretty quick.
But I still think there are certain people that maybe he wouldn't show. That's just
There's so many people around all the time. They have all these people around them doing their makeup, cleaning their homes, doing this, doing that. If somebody had heard it and someone had recorded it, it would have been leaked. It just would have.
Yeah. And Sarah makes a good point.
I could be totally wrong, but I don't think I am.
Yeah. So Nana's like, doesn't exist. Sarah makes a good point. Because the early rumors were really bad. The early rumors, I was like, holy shit, Kathy Hilton is a monster if this is what truly happened. And then we find out that, I mean, even Rinna said that she didn't say anything racist or homophobic. No. It was just like, I'm going to ruin Kyle's family and Dorit's stupid. Yeah, we know. You know, and I'm better than this person. Yeah, I expect that Kathy Hilton. And did you know Mauricio was home the whole time?
Downstairs sleeping.
Yes! But he's high.
But he's high. It doesn't count when you're high.
But someone made a good comment. I don't know if it was an Instagram or Reddit saying, but with Mauricio, he's probably so used to this behavior because he sees how Kyle and her sisters go at it. So this isn't the first time Kathy's freaked out before. I mean, she's a human being too. You know, we've all had our moments in front of our family, but we know that Kyle and Kim and Kathy have quite the they get in a lot of fights.
They
They have
do.
a hard time getting along. So this Mauricio is just like, good night,
Sometimes sisters do that. I mean, that's just, I don't see so much brothers doing that.
They do. Brothers beat each other up. Brothers are
But they
bad.
get it out and then walk away. Where women kind of
No,
hang on to it. Okay, all
dudes
right.
do the same.
I don't think they do.
That's just the big pharma is trying to get you to believe that. That's just the media trying to lie to you to keep us women down like we're catty.
No one can keep us down. No one can keep us down.
Andy's buddy Anderson Cooper is in that group. See, yes, because he is a Vanderbilt, right? Isn't his mom Gloria Vanderbilt?
Yes, or was Gloria Vanderbilt. Yes, she passed.
But it's still his mom.
It's still his mom. Yes.
I mean, Kathy sent her own daughter to labor working in trauma. So I'm sure she has power, right? I mean, there's if I know Paris made a documentary about it, but I'm surprised Kathy doesn't get more heat for the stuff that went down that Paris exposed about her childhood and stuff.
Well, and Mims is reading the book, the Hilton book, and it's very interesting. I don't know. I don't know about sending her Paris to like a boot camp type thing.
Where she was, I think she unfortunately experienced SA. She experienced a lot of bad stuff. Those places were just awful. Most of those places that parents, it seemed to be in the 90s, they were really picking up steam and they were on all the talk shows, like send your kids to this boot camp. And it's just very dangerous. And there's actually quite a lot of people out there who have formed groups, like support groups of former kids who had to go through these kind of reform camps or whatever the hell they are. So yeah, but yeah, the author of that book is really biased. The author of that book hates Kathy Hilton. As Mims is reading it, the author's like, and Kathy's fat ass said, and I was like, excuse me, did he just?
Wow.
Well, he didn't say that, but but he basically calls her unattractive, and I'm like, you're really biased.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, it's this book is God's word, take that for what you want.
No,
but
it's just
I'm
juicy.
not saying that it's juicy. And I like the way he's reading it, and I like being read to. It's calming. I like it. Ms. T, I love you, and I love everything that you always have to say, and I'm bringing you back. Beverly Hills is the only franchise that wears cocktail dresses to the reunion. Yes. Instead of the gowns, the flowing gowns and things, which I think is it's a lot step up from what we're seeing here. I just don't, I'm not digging it.
I mean, the only franchise that's been worse than this reunion as far as fashion goes, is OC. OC always misses the mark. Rose is saying, yeah, Kathy's son. So there's Paris and Nikki, and then there's two, Dude Hiltons, two younger brothers. And one of the younger brothers, I think, was picked up a couple years ago or a while back on went on a racist tirade and drunken and all this stuff. So,
sometimes drinking isn't your friend, kids. Trust me. Yeah. And I'm so glad that cameras and the media and but the cameras and the phone cameras and all that stuff wasn't around when I was drinking. I praise God. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's get back into these Nana notes. What else?
We are there. So, Rinna comes in, with the manila envelope. I already did that, Kyle, with the blonde hair. Dorit, chicest, wind chimes, blah, blah, blah. That we were talking about the pumpkins that
Jamie Lee brought
in, and they were
darling. Named chimes after Dorit. Dorit was very excited. She also named her charity the Chicest Children's Charity.
Isn't that cute? I just think
cute.
She is so smart in the way she brought that around, where most people were making fun of Dorit about that. She more or less was endearing to her and said, don't worry about it.
She got the sales.
We're going to run this. Yes.
She said it was the highest grossing or whatever. You wouldn't say grossing, but whatever, they earned the most money or sold the most for their charity that when it aired. So.
But the look on her face was just made my day when she sat there and looked around and said, I didn't realize what I got into and just how popular you all are. She didn't watch these things. Then she got invited to one of these. I loved it. So
Nadia
anyway.
brings up a great point that they all hate on Dorit, and especially Kyle. And I will say, Nadia, the thing with Kyle's like the worst friend you can have, I swear. And like I know her, she's the worst, you guys. But Dorit genuinely was starstruck by Jamie Lee Curtis, and Dorit was trying like, she's so chic, it's so nice. Like she really was just excited about it. And Kyle is always, she's the type that she's terrified to not seem cool. You know, it's almost like she's been in the biz too long. So it's kind of like when I lived in LA and, you know, you're not supposed to, there's all these rules that you're not supposed to do if you see someone who might happen to be a celebrity or something. And then if you break those rules and it's like, oh my God, you know. So Kyle's the type of person who immediately is going to roast Dorit on that shit. But as you can see, and as Nana said, listen, it made Jamie Lee Curtis's charity a lot of money. And I think she genuinely, you know, she played it right, but I think she genuinely liked that. That was Dorit's genuine reaction to it, where Kyle is like, oh my God, Dorit's so thirsty. But I think, you know, Dorit, they're all thirsty. I think she's thirsty. But in that moment, I think she really was freaking excited.
I know. I mean, for someone who gets to see Boy George all the time, and then to see Jamie Lee, I mean, come on.
Keep things hot and cold. Amazing. Remember, Dorit was like amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my God. Hot and cold. Amazing.
Hot and cold.
It's the chicest.
I forgot about that. Who's saying that? What's it all about, Darren?
That was so funny.
I love that. That's so funny. I forgot about that.
When she said that, sitting at the table, that was one of my favorite scenes because it was just so I mean, she's, oh, they're so chic. So, and she's talking chic, right? That's chic. It's isn't that shake? That's shake. I mean, it keeps it hot. Amazing. Like she was just.
Well, maybe they don't own a Yeti. Those things are awesome.
Maybe they don't. Tom Fish says Kathy has been around forever and she knows where the bodies are buried. Exactly. She knows where all the bodies are buried. She's seen Andy Cohen have a little fun, if you know what I mean.
Well, you know, and I mean, he showed us how much fun he can be on New Year's. I don't think he's going to be, was he asked back for that New Year's Eve?
Oh, yeah. There's different rules for him. He's got the privilege to
say
those kind of things.
I thought he was hilarious. But anyway, you know, it's nice to see somebody run off the rails like that. Sorry. Just like it.
Right.
Yes. But Badar. Kathy Hilton, famous. Erica Jane, infamous. Yes. This upset me. This whole thing upset me. Garcelle is saying that Jax, which is her son, this is her 14-year-old, was attacked on social media. He is only 14 years old.
Oh, 14. This was horrible. Before we get into that,
disgusting. Yes.
Sarah does have tea for you. So and Adam apparently slipped up and said on Emily D. Baker's Instagram Live today that he's interviewing Garcelle after the reunions are over.
Up and Adam said this?
Yeah, I guess he slipped up on Emily D. Baker's Live and shared.
Was it a slip up like wink, wink?
Maybe. But that'll be good. I look forward to that. Now I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
no, thank you for that. Okay. That's good tea. That's very good tea. And who gave us that, honey?
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah Smiles. Yes. And it said, you know, this is some of the things that it said in it. This is Jack's 14-year-old son of Garcelle. If it wasn't for your white daddy, you'd have a knee on your neck. That just took my breath away. And she could hardly say it out loud, Garcelle, and I don't blame her. Mm-hmm. I think it's just horrendous. Garcelle thought it was someone in the house, in the group.
Housewives.
Yep, mm-hmm. The Housewives group that was behind this. And Andy came right out right then and there and says, Bravo hates this, condemns this. You know, absolutely. What was the word?
Abhorrent behavior.
Yes, abhorrent behavior.
Yeah, because this is when all of the bot conversation started of who is buying, because we do know now that these housewives and other celebrities pay for these bots to go and kind of attack people that are calling them out or coming at them. And so a lot of people thought that this was the doing of bots either paid for by Rinna, Erica, or The lip
Diana.
licker, Diana. Yeah, see, I can never remember her name.
It's okay. You don't have to remember her name. She's not going to be around next year.
She's not going to be around next year. But yeah, so this is when the bot conversations, start happening of who bought this. So that's why when they ask Garcelle, she's like, of course, I thought this was. So why wouldn't Garcelle think it was one of the housewives? They're literally naming the housewives in their hate comments to her children.
I think it is
something that Beverly Hills housewives, they need Kyle, everyone except for Sutton and maybe not Crystal, need to understand. I think they don't understand that Garcelle's kids are kids. And what we saw this season of how her son was spoken to by Erica and how the ladies reacted was disgusting. And I don't know if there's enough apologies they can give, in my opinion, because I do think this is an issue with these white ladies where if it happened to their white children, it'd be different. But there's something different because Garcelle's sons, because she has black sons. Now, in my opinion, I can't think of another way that these women would have this reaction with anyone else's kids. And this is something that is very dangerous in the United States and in our society, is that we don't necessarily, under white supremacy and stuff, we don't see Black children, especially Black little boys, as boys. We see them almost more as men. And this goes all the way back to like Emmett Till type thinking. And so it's so dangerous that if it was Kyle's daughter, oh my God, can you imagine? I know I've talked about this before, but can you imagine the uproar they would have had if Erica Jane would have spoken that way to Kyle's daughter? But since it's Garcelle's sons, it's like they're somehow treated differently. And I think it's a direct reflection of how we treat young Black boys in society. We don't allow Black children to necessarily be children. We will say, well, they're, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's something that's been happening for so long with, systemic racism, is that I think we don't even realize it as white people, not all white people, but some of us realize it. But I think you really have to step outside of your privilege to see that, Black children are treated much differently than white children. And even regarding, age. And I find it so disgusting. So still, when this conversation happens later with Diana Jenkins, and she starts bringing up some murder in her family, which nobody knows what the hell you are talking about with that. She's somehow saying, my family was murdered. Well, guess what, Diana Jenkins? In the United States of America, young Black men are murdered at a ridiculous rate by our own police forces. So miss me with all that when Garcelle's son is getting a direct comment related to George Floyd and the knee on the neck. Her 14-year-old little boy is getting this comment. So he has the fear of every day going out. That is a threat of murder. That is a threat.
Now, yes, it is.
That's just as dangerous at this point as someone holding a gun to you, because in America, we see that's what we see all over the news and stuff. So when Diana was and when Kyle stepped in to explain, well, maybe Garcelle's son, because he shared the comment, maybe Garcelle's son could have edited that out. Bitch, shut up. I will call her a bitch for that, because
Kyle, to me, what were you thinking?
When Garcelle,
he said Diana right there.
When Garcelle turned to Kyle like, are you fucking kidding me, woman? What was just sent to my son, we have to watch out. Diana doesn't give a shit. She's not talking about her kids. She's worried about her name. These are Garcelle's children. Racists are coming for her son, saying he would have a knee on his neck if he didn't have a white daddy. So no one gives a shit if your name is in this text, Diana. Maybe you should, Diana, reach out to your fans or put it out on your social media, share that and say, this is unacceptable. And if you are a fan of mine and you are posting this, you are disgusting. I don't condone this. You need to get help. But no, instead they go to Garcelle and her son to fix a situation that they should fix, that Diana should fix. And how dare Kyle? How dare she look to Garcelle at that moment for her to correct
Yeah.
it and for her 14-year-old son to repost it because Diana has an image issue. It has nothing to do with Diana's white kids are
Oh my
fine.
God.
Her white children are so safe and so white. It made me sick watching that part. And I'm sorry to jump so far ahead, but it made me fucking sick.
No, I mean, you certainly can jump ahead on this one because when I saw this, and they
Ugh.
certainly didn't mention this before, or this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And the idea that Garcelle could keep it together.
Oh, I know. And then she's like, because I knew in that moment, I read Garcelle like, I'm not talking to her anymore because she doesn't fucking get it. Sorry to keep saying the F word, guys, but she doesn't get it. And she doesn't want to get it. She wants to, again, make herself the victim. Diana Jenkins, you are not the victim in this. Nobody sent these horrific racist messages to your children. They sent them to Garcelle's. We don't know about no murder, no nothing. Don't bring up. And
we don't care.
That's what these women do. They throw in all this stuff that just doesn't make any sense. The only thing we need to know, and the only thing these women should be trying to stop, is people out there in the name of them, because they put Diana's name, being racist and trying to attack a little boy. That's where your concern should be. That's where Kyle's concern should be. That's where Rinna, Erica, they should have all went on a huge campaign. I know some people shared it, but they should have all reshared that post that Garcelle's son did and said, no fan of ours will behave like this. This is a child and this is racist and this is disgusting. And that's what they should have done. I could give two flips if Diana Jenkins' name's in it. Well, then you're doing something wrong. If the people you follow are okay with or who follow you are okay with sending those messages, then there's something you're doing wrong, in my opinion. But it was I'm sorry. It's so.
That's okay. It was horrendous. But look what we've done in this country. And I'm not going to go off on this. I'm just going to mention a couple things. We have people who we call our fearless leader in the White House back in the day, not far too back, hanging with the likes of a Jeffrey Epstein and thinking that's just fine. Okay.
And then Diana's getting asked about if she was with Jeffrey Epstein. She's like, I think it was Photoshop. So nothing is your fault, Diana. Nothing. Is true. There's tons of smoke, but obviously there's no fire because she's like, I was a refugee then. So I was with the Fugees. I think she was with Lauryn Hill and the gang. And she was just like, Wyclef. I don't know where she was, but she said, I don't know her. And it's like, okay.
I don't want to have anything more to do with Diana or have to see her. And the way she is, disgusting. I mean, it's disgusting. I don't, money can't buy you class.
Oh, a little Luann. Money can't buy you class.
It can't. It made everybody sick.
It did. It was to see Kyle turn when Kyle can't even for her own sisters, to see her turn to Garcelle. Well, what if he crossed out the name? Eat a dick, Kyle. Seriously.
That's right.
Shut up. I am so sick of you and your privilege. You have done nothing to educate yourself in this space. You've done nothing. I mean, what are you doing? I'm so, it grossed me out that's what you're worried about, Diana's name getting crossed out and her 14-year-old son has to go. No, shut all the doors on that one. Mm-mm. I was so done with Kyle when she did that. I'm like, Kyle.
I had had enough. I had enough of Kyle earlier than that. I like watching Mauricio. I don't want Kyle to be kicked off the show, nor will she. But I like to watch Mauricio because he seems to be handling the gummies a lot better. But I liked when he was getting all effed up.
Now, what do you think?
Billy Ball is asking, how old do you think Kathy Hilton is? Well, I think Kathy.
She's 63, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She's 63.
Isn't she older than that?
Well, let me Google it.
Oh, please do, because I know Billy Ball's age and I know my age. I'm 68. Billy, how old are you? 78? No, I'm 70. No.
Billy. 63. She was born in 1959, March 13th, 1959.
Oh, ouch.
And ouch. Kyle is 53 and Lisa Rinna is 59 and Paris Hilton is 41. We share the same birthday, but she's just a year younger. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, honestly, Billy, I'm sorry. I thought she was older than us. Here's me.
What I would do if I was Andy and if you really cared and if you really wanted to create a better environment for everyone and a more inviting and a more just for, a Garcelle, for Crystal, for anyone who's not coming in as a white lady, I would make everybody take some kind of training. I really would. I'd be like, and you have to pass this test and you have to do this, because these ladies are so blind to so much. And I would just have them be like, you got to go through something. You got to look, you got to read some books. You got to come back to me, and I'm going to need a book report. I'm going to need you to educate yourself, because that was really, really, really disgusting. And then there was another thing with Diana. So there was there was Jeffrey Epstein, there was the bots and the racism on Garcelle's son. But what was the other thing? Is in your notes, Nana?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are we talking about the home invasion? That whole thing?
No, having to do with Diana.
Oh, Diana. I did laugh when Andy said, well, you're sick, but you look pretty good. She wasn't bright sick. Green dress on. I know.
Shit. Oh, here's what I want to talk about. Okay.
I know she wasn't.
Shout out to Philly Diva. So there were bloggers. So now it's weird that Real Housewives is so integrated in the bloggers, but it's cool. But it's also like there's one blogger in particular that they showcase that just makes up stories, and I don't know why Bravo wants to be in bed with them, but that's fine. But shout out to Philly Diva. So Philly Diva is the one. She's the blogger who Diana made that comment saying, oh, you must be proud to be a Black blogger. Now, Diana's explanation was she thought Black blogger had to do with the dark web, not a Black person. Do you believe her?
No, not even if you graduated from 1972. Could you be that silly and think that? No.
I mean, wow. And then Crystal was like, she called me and she was like, can you believe there are Black bloggers? And Crystal's like, what? And then she's like, yeah, people who want to share dark stuff about us. And I'm like,
oh,
why is this just now coming out? Here's the part that I ask. This came out about Philly Diva where Diana commented, shout out to Philly Diva. Everyone go show her love on Instagram. Great blogger. And she is at Bravocon right now, and she's posting a lot of good stuff. But why wouldn't Diana have said this right when all this was popping off? When she went into Philly Diva's comments and wrote that comment, and then everyone was like, what are you talking about, Diana? Why did she wait until now to address it? Do you know what I mean? It just seems like somebody said, yo, you should say you thought it was the dark web.
Oh, like they're feeding her lines?
Yeah, instead, like she didn't know that Philly Diva meant because she's a Black woman who's a blogger. So she's a Black blogger, a Black content creator. She said, no, I thought, because I don't know if you know, Nana, there's like the dark web is I don't even know where you find the dark web. Apparently it's everywhere, but it's where you find like the worst stuff you could think of. Like, what is the dark web? How to access it? I don't know.
Is it like one of them dating sites?
It's like Tinder.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. It could be for people into the kink of the kink. I don't know.
Right. It did feel graphics. You're right. It did feel like Nana said, like graphics was saying, like she was reading lines, like she's been coached. She's got enough money to have, the PR. ALS is saying she's had 3 different excuses. Girl,
we haven't had any time for Diana at all. Her little husband seems talented, maybe not enough to make it in the big world, but I mean, he's trying his best. I just can't see. Erica's boobs look hard as rocks. Who's saying that, Renee? Oh, you're so Renee. I love you. I think so too. They look like you said they didn't drop yet. After you have them done, they're supposed to have some time where they.
Do you think she just had them done again?
I do. Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're just.
Oh no! I think she just had them done again.
Everyone thinking toddlers and tiaras when they saw this?
You said you did, but I never watched the show, and I should have. Is that Honey Boo Boo and all that?
Yeah.
And the mommy? Okay.
Erica looks like she's on an episode of Toddlers and Tears. That's what her outfit, and that's why last episode I was like saying, this is Toddlers and Tears. her look when they released the reunion looks, I was like, this is giving me toddlers in tears. Who did she say she was trying to be? Ginger Rogers? No, not Ginger Rogers. She was trying to be
Betty
some old
Grable.
Hollywood.
Was it Betty Grable?
No. Yeah, exactly. The dark web is like where Josh Duggar and those pervs go.
Oh, yeah. It was he. Oh, he was that one with the big family, and they were all so righteous.
He's
and,
a pedo. Yep.
Yeah, real nice. Get rid of him.
Darren said, I bet she got her boobs at Costco. Not Costco, Darren.
Sam's Club, maybe, but not Costco.
Costco's got good products. Sam's Club is the bad one. Oh, the woman from the movie Casino.
Okay, who's the woman from Casino?
Is it Sharon Stone? But her character?
That's
is that
not,
what she's saying? The character?
That's not Sharon old Stone school. Played? She's just... Isn't she up and coming, Sharon Stone? She is in my book. I haven't seen any of these movies.
She's like, this Casino was so long ago, Nana.
Oh, is it? See, I don't watch those shows, honey. I'm busy.
That's a great movie. It's a really good movie.
I bet it is. I'd rather go to the real ones.
Nana thinks Sharon Stone is an up and comer. Steve said, Erica's outfit gives I want to perform while ice skating. It does.
Yes, honey. It looks like the Ice Capades. Disney on Ice with Erica. Here she is.
It does. Oh, okay. The escort hooker lady from Casino. Okay.
You know, I mean, you guys have seen all these movies. You have one ahead of me. I just, if we want to talk Leave It to Beaver or something like that, go to the old TV shows, and I'm on it. But
Nana's on that. But oh my God, that was funny. Well, Sharon Stone, is she one of them new ladies? She's one
those
of
new up and comers.
Up and comers. Okay, speaking of which, we did. I know you mentioned it earlier. They did talk about Dorit's home invasion.
Yes, the home invasion by Dorit. 3 men broke into her Encino home. Shows PK breaking down. They were showing little clips of different things and how her life has changed since then. She's afraid to be alone. I've had issues in my marriage because of this. No, honey, you've had issues in your marriage because you're married to PK. She kept her cool, though, out about the break-in. Some people were calling it an insurance scam, and she came right out there and said, no, this was not an insurance scam. They left her phone at the gate. She asked him, I have to call my husband. Please leave my phone at the gate. Why are we, as people, throwing our lives down on the ground for our effing phones? Take anything you want, just leave. I know she wanted to call.
Honestly, would hope they would save my phone too, because I have
pictures on there. I have pictures on there.
There's some good content on there, So, but they just poo-pooed it when Andy brought up the fact that people have thought insurance scam type stuff.
They did poo-poo
and it's only because of PK's, financial past, I think. And they were like, no, and Erica's like, no, and then they just moved on.
Now, Fifi, if you don't mind bringing that one back online there.
ASP,
Fifi, ASP.
Violins for Jury.
Oh, I'm thinking, are those little chicken drummies? What are those? Okay. Violins. Chicken drummies for Dorit. I get it now. The little violins, like poor Dorit. Yeah. Got it. I like it.
So we just hit it. It just hit at it very quickly. It was
very light. Very light.
I'm kind of over. We don't need to talk about it. She's already said the guys are still out there.
Right. They haven't caught it, which doesn't surprise me. Does it surprise you? Doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of things going down on those streets, and they can't pick up everybody. Andy yawns again when she was telling her story, and Dorit takes it.
That was so bad.
I know.
2 years in a row, he swallowed his yawn at Dorit. And this is after Kyle is always saying she's long-winded. And then Dorit's literally sharing something that's very bad that happened to her. And Andy frickin' yawned.
I know, but you know what?
Oh my God. Right. Oh, Nadia, great point. Then Kyle is out there going, me too. Hashtag me too. I remember when I was robbed. Yeah, they took all that stuff and I blamed some innocent lady for stealing something of mine. Then she had to prove the paperwork do you remember when she did that? She blamed some lady for jewelry. This thing, she's like, that's same as mine. And this lady had to go on Inside or Access Hollywood or Insider Edition or whatever one of those shows are called, Inside Edition. and say, here's the paperwork. It's actually my jewelry. And I hope Kyle apologized. But Kyle said the guy who robbed her contacted them.
Yes.
But he was like, I have your stuff. It's at my grandma's basement, which, most of these robbers, they're living in their grandma's basements. Okay.
Of course they are. Get these kids out of your basement. Make them go to work. You're not teaching them anything.
People.
Right. So it was like Elka from what is that show? What is that show?
Elsa?
No, Elka. She Betty White played her, and One Day at a Time, she was on there. And the gal from Frasier, what was that? Not the Golden Girls, but the one after that. Something
about Mary.
No, I know someone in the chat will understand.
Hot in Cleveland.
Thank you, Renee.
Okay.
So she had all these worldly goods, all these things she stole down in the basement. That's what it reminded me of when Kyle said that.
Oh, she did? I didn't watch Hot in Cleveland. I heard it was funny, though.
So good. Anyway.
Well, Kyle is like, yeah, he contacted us. And I'm thinking, oh my God, maybe he got, baptized, reborn. Maybe he went to AA. Maybe he's doing some kind of redemption tour. No, he's a shakedown to get money from them. I'll give your stuff back. You got to give me money. So Kyle's like, well, we paid him, whatever. And then Erica, Miss Justice, Judge Judy herself is over there like, yeah, honey, you gave him your money? You paid him? Okay, really? That's a shakedown. I wouldn't give him a cent. You gotta let the judge handle it. Okay. She was so upset that Kyle paid. Here's one part where I do empathize with Kyle because, like Good Golly was saying in the chat, it was family heirlooms, things that are irreplaceable.
Things from her mother. I get that.
Yeah. And then Erica saying not to pay criminals, but her whole ex-husband and possibly herself are whole criminals living off of people's money that isn't theirs for how long? And she's like, pay criminals. Okay, except for me, allegedly. But she was so mad about it. But I kind of understand Kyle, just like, what can I get back? If it was things of her mother's, like if I had things that you had given me and you had passed and someone stole them and they were going to give them back to me, and I had a better chance of that than going to the cops, because it sounds like this guy's like, don't go to the cops, of course. So
well, of course I would say that.
I would pay.
I wouldn't. I would go to the cops. I would go to the cops.
If I could get something back that meant a lot to me, I might.
I agree that you
shouldn't pay a criminal. Oh, sorry, Nana. Maybe what if something happened to me and it was something of mine that was irreplaceable, like something like my spooky necklace.
You are irreplaceable. Nothing you own is.
Ooh, hot take, Nana.
The only thing that I'd go to the grave with is my nativity set that I got in 1962. But anyway.
Well, if someone comes in and robs your nativity scene that you got in 1962 that you can't be replaced, and they said, hey, Nana, sorry about that. I'm in my grandma's basement now. Don't call the cops, but you're going to have to pay me $500 to get it back. Would you pay?
I'll pay for everybody except for Mary because her arm broke.
The Virgin Mary's arm broke? How did her arm break in your nativity set?
Honey, I don't know. It cracked and stuff, and then I could never find it. Find that piece. Women.
She had the hardest job. A virgin giving birth. Come on. She didn't even get to have any fun.
Honey, I believe I think she did have. And
with Joseph.
In different years you call it fun.
No, but wait a minute. Was she married to Joseph?
I believe so.
Then how could she be a virgin? I've never even thought of that.
They called her the Virgin Mary, but just like in Dragnet, the Virgin Connie Suelo.
What is a Connie Suelo?
On Dragnet, the Virgin Connie, the one that. All right, now Renee, where are you? Help me with this one too. The
Renee's
Virgin
too
Connie.
Young. Renee doesn't know about Dragnet.
Yes, the movie with
with Leslie Nielsen.
No, that's not Bill Murray's friend. What is his name?
This is so hard.
No, this is fun. He did the Bassmaster at the Saturday Night Live. He was Dan Aykroyd played all right, Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks played in Dragnet. And it was the Virgin Consuelo. All right, someone's helping me here. Dragnet, yes.
Nana, you're brutal tonight, Diana Lee says. These are riddles.
No, it is.
Riddles.
It's not, but it's a good thing. Because I know what I mean, but I just can't spit it out. Okay, the Virgin Consuelo. And that is
a virgin. Dragnet. Nana,
Dragnet, yeah. No, she is. She was the Virgin Consuelo, and it's the one that Dan Aykroyd was seeing.
Alexandra Paul. One-Eyed Flurry says Alexandra Paul is Consuelo.
Oh, is it? Thank you.
Is that what you needed to know?
No, but thank you.
Okay. I love how everyone has a story in the chat too of what happened to theirs. Like, my cat threw baby Jesus out of the way and took his place in my parents' nativity. And then I think Renee said that his mom broke her Jesus too. No arms or leg. Dang.
I know. My little Jesus had this gold stuff right here, and I had to kind of push it out because it got all crunchy, the way people would wrap it. So no one touches the nativity set but me, and I wrap it ever so gently. No, Mary not married from what I know, but there wasn't any records of marriage guests back then. Rose, yes. I just, I don't know what they thought of marriage per se then. I don't.
But they didn't believe in consummating it because someone who said it, and you're right, where my Nana is the star. God did. Miss T said Mary and Joseph never consummated their marriage. God did. God did it. Okay. God's plan. God's plan. What if God was one of us? Okay.
But December 8th being the Immaculate Conception.
Is that what it is?
Immaculate Conception is a holy day in the Catholic religion. It's December 8th. This is the kind of stuff that they pounded into our heads. But the Immaculate Conception it wasn't about Mary per se. It was Mary's mother was conceived with Mary without sin. I don't understand why they kept calling it sin.
So Mary's mother conceived Mary.
Yes. The Immaculate Conception.
On December 8th?
Nope. That's just when they had the holiday or holy day in the Catholic religion, December 8th.
What's without sin? Like you closed your eyes during it? What happened?
I don't know. That seemed to work senior year. Anyway.
Oh my God. Coco says baby Jesus' head broke off of my mom. Poor Jesus.
We gotta get Nana, we need some goo. That would be Lucy. Because she would break everything. And she'd go, Papa, we need goo. Meaning glue.
Oh, that's so cute. Rose says maybe Mary had a friendship ring. Yeah, she got a promise ring from Joseph. So Nana with the
I came down here.
Did your chair fall again?
It did, because I mentioned December 8th, which is
that was God's
Immaculate Conception. But so often people thought the Immaculate Conception was Mary, but it really was Mary's mother. If you do just a little research on that.
Wait, so Jesus isn't the Immaculate Conception.
No, Mary was the Immaculate Conception from her mother.
So she's born from a virgin.
Yes.
And then she's a virgin who gives birth.
But I don't understand that.
But is she a virgin who can't drive? You're a virgin who can't drive. We quote that too much on this show. Clueless, shout out to Clueless. Oh my God. Okay. Mary was ascended. She was not born of Immaculate Conception. I don't know.
No.
Where's my
She was not born of Immaculate Conception. Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
We'll put you in her Catholic place. Yes, she was.
Yes, she was. And it wasn't Mary giving birth to Jesus that it had to do with the Immaculate Conception December 8th. That was her mother.
Oh, so after Jesus was born, God told Diana Lee is saying, Joseph, to be with Mary as your wife because you need a dad for this. You need a baby daddy.
Because the neighbors will talk. Okay.
I'm never going to get it either.
That's why. Well, a lot of this,
Well, Badar has a Catholic bishop friend, which awesome, because ask so that we can get some clarity because I don't know.
You don't need clarity. You have me.
Okay, so Sarah says the Immaculate Conception made her born without the taint of the original sin. So that's what you're saying, right, Nana?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct. That is correct.
With a taint, huh?
Well,
Equals
you
born
don't want
without
to,
original sin.
maybe we could use a different word than taint. Raise your hand if you could find a different word than taint, but I understand what you're saying.
I can't. I don't even know. Okay, that was, oh, what a fun tangent that was. I love when Catholic School Nana comes out. I love it. Get it, Nana, get it. Jesus, Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. Have mercy on us.
Okay.
That was my favorite church song.
That's a good one.
It is, Donna.
It is real life, honey. You know, we start thinking about things that go back, and just different things in my life make me feel happy. Let me mention one of them today. I was going to get Breyer's ice cream. It's a low carb ice cream. Everybody's going, ugh, but it tastes like real ice cream. It's pretty good.
Sure.
And when I took the ice cream out, I had a deja vu where I was at my cousin Kathy and Donnie's house, and they lived really close to a supermarket where we didn't. And I got to walk with them because they were older, and we got Land O'Lakes ice cream in the little container, and it had vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate, the Neapolitan. And that chocolate used to be almost black. It was so chocolate. And I just thought
like
about
dark
that
chocolate,
today.
like dark chocolate,
dark
like
chocolate.
When you see like the mints in the mint chocolate chip ice cream, like the dark chocolate.
It's so dark. It was so good.
Ooh,
and I just thought about that. I thought, oh yeah, it used to be darker. I wonder what they did different to it to ruin it. But anyway,
smart. Where's Nana going now? We're gonna find out. Shout out to Slasher Wave TV. Yes, you saw Halloween Ends. Well, Nana is, like she said earlier, she's gonna go see it now. Slasher was bored, but I think Nana is going to be crying.
I don't like this stuff.
Kyle Richards at the premiere. I mean, she looks really good.
She looks fabulous. I can't stand that stuff. I don't like to be scared. I like when everything works out. One of my favorite all-time movies is Pleasantville. If the world could be more like that, I would be on track with it and be really happy. Dutch chocolate. Is that it? It was so good, and it was so deep chocolate.
But Nana, would Crystal say, Renee, you're so clever, but would Crystal say it was dark? Remember when she was like, Sutton said some really dark stuff. Let's talk about the Crystal thing next, because that is very interesting to me.
All right, is it?
Crystal. I mean,
is it? Because it's the most boring storyline you could ever come across.
I can't wait. You guys, make sure you're following Mods if you don't mind dropping my vlog channel, because we're going to be vlogging our trip. Nana hasn't seen a scary movie since Exorcist in the 70s because she hates scary movies.
We stood in line to see this. It was like a 3-block long line. They were just lined up to watch Exorcist. And I didn't really see many scary movies. Like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was a scary one for me. The Bad Seed was a scary one. But when I saw that Exorcist and all that business, oh my God, I swore off those kinds of movies.
Well, now I said, Nana, you're coming here to stay with me for 10 days. We're going to do Halloween-y stuff. We're going to see, she wanted to see the new Julia Roberts and George Clooney movie. I put the kibosh on that because that looks too cheesy to me. I said, we're going to go to a scary movie. So we're going to go to Halloween Ends. And
is that the name of it? Halloween Ends?
Yes. So we'll have to probably watch the Halloween Kills beforehand to get you caught up.
I don't think so.
Well,
I can jump in and watch this, but I
okay.
Probably won't watch some of it. At your place, they have the nice chairs that go back and stuff. Can I bring a little blanket? Because I want to sleep through some of this.
We need a nap. No, because we're going to review it afterwards. We're going to give our...
No, you don't realize what this kind of stuff does to me. You always use that word trigger. I'm going to use it too. Pull the fucking trigger. I'll be down the street at the ice cream shop. Okay.
And we're definitely demonetized. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
You're fine. You're fine. Wait, I heard people were running out of the theaters watching The Exorcist. Was that
it was
true,
terrible.
Nana?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I remember sitting.
Were you high? Were you there?
No, I was there. I don't know if I was high. I was there and I was sitting there and I remember sitting down in the chair and there was something hard and crunchy on my chair and that made me uncomfortable and I couldn't move over.
What was it?
I don't know, but I couldn't move over because everybody had a seat. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. I always remember that icky. Something was on my chair.
Oh, thanks, Renee, for dropping my spooky Instagram too. I filmed some stuff for my spooky Instagram inside Halloween City today, but I'm getting us off track now. So
that's all right.
Let's get back on we can talk about this at the end. Let's get back on the Crystal. So Crystal is talking about this because remember that was a big part of her storyline was that Sutton had said something so dark she couldn't repeat it. It was so dark.
I'm tired of Crystal. I'm sorry, because I really like The Lion King. I've never seen that movie either, but the guy seems really nice, and he seems so supportive of his wife, Crystal.
He's too old for her, but they've made it work. Okay, whatever.
You're talking to someone who's turning 68.
No, I don't mean he's old, like as an age shaming. I'm saying too old for her, like their age gap. You know me, when I see the big age gaps, it's just
it does gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal, when she's wearing those baby doll dresses, just say no. Okay.
I think she looks cute.
I think she looks horrendous in it. Well, really, she does because she's got such a beautiful body, and I know she's got an eating disorder. I'm not saying eating disorder.
About her body.
I'm not saying ED is right, but I'm just saying, you know, there's so many things you can't talk about now. Pretty soon we're going to be walking into each other going,
you're sounding like one of those weird alt-writers. No, it's just with anyone that has any kind of eating disorders, we just don't want to discuss their bodies. That's it.
All right. I'm saying she's a beautiful woman. Can I say that? Okay.
She's a beautiful woman.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's a beautiful morning, Crystal. So Crystal Blue Persuasion is triggered at a lot of things, and she is very emotional about everything on this.
She's a millennial.
She shows, yeah. Why was that a bad thing? Erica, they were showing Erica telling her how to take laxatives. Oh, you should take laxatives. And Erica says, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Erica, you don't belong on this show. You don't belong on this show. I hope you're leaving soon. Eating disorder is real. I think she's coming back, don't you?
Oh, yeah. She did not. Erica was like, well, I grew up in a dance studio, so I don't know. I wasn't telling her what she should do. I was telling her what I should do. What I would do is we did that. Just say that was a horseshit thing to say. I wasn't thinking. I was intoxicated, and I shouldn't have said that to her. That's what it was. It wasn't anything more than that.
Said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she mentioned something about you can't have this chicken McNugget or something. Well, right about then, I would have bounced Erica down the steps.
Right.
Kyle seems.
Thank you, Diana Lee, for the first super chat of the live.
Oh, thank you.
Benadryl
That's so
for
nice.
Nana to watch Halloween so you pass out.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Diana Lee. That's a good idea, honey.
No.
Well, really, honey, can I just do. How many leaves will it take to get Nana to? Yeah. Okay. Kyle seems she's after Crystal when she talks to her, always. You know, she's kind of gunning for certain people, Kyle. Crystal seems offended by everything. Period. She is offended by everything.
I don't know.
Now, I would have a hard time being a friend to someone like that.
I don't know if she's offended by it. It's just, it is a generational gap, I think. Because she's with everyone is a Gen Xer. Are there any boomers? Well, Kathy Hilton would be a boomer. What's the youngest boomer? How young is the youngest boomer?
60, born in 61, maybe.
So how old is that
right
person?
In there? Well, that's my sister Karen's age. So
is there? Can you be in your 50s and be a boomer? Or are you a Gen Xer? You're probably a Gen Xer.
I bet you could be a late boomer. Yeah.
I think it's just a little different, especially even when she brought up the Michael Jackson thing, because Erica's like, he beat the charge, honey. he beat the case. How did she say it?
Yeah.
She just goes, what's the problem with playing? He beat the case. I will say she wasn't talking about that case per se. She was talking about there was another documentary that came out with more accusations now that Michael Jackson has passed. I don't want to get into any of that because that's just a lot. But
I don't either. But
I will
how
say
sad
that
is it when they go after someone who's already passed and isn't there to defend themselves? I'm just going to say that. I'm not defending anyone that took any liberties
no,
with
you're
any,
fine. You can
you
have
know.
your,
I
well,
just think
Renee
it's
says
sad when that happens.
boomers end in 64 and Gen X. Thank you,
Okay,
Renee.
thank you.
Starts in
Thanks,
65.
Renee. I just
So
remember my sisters being one of the last ones, and they were twins, and they were born in 60. Kyle had called her a whiny millennium. Is that the word she used?
millennial, a whiny, because that was
Oh,
the
whiny. Say it again.
stereotype.
Millennial? No, what is it?
Millennial. So now
Ah,
the youngest, so millennials used to be the youngest
not millennium.
generation, and
Okay.
now it's like the youngest adults, I should say, and now it's Gen Z.
You know, honey,
So
wouldn't
millennial
that be
isn't
a
even.
wouldn't that be a cute name for a kid? Millie Ennial.
Oh
Wouldn't
my
that be
gosh.
cute? Millie, the first name, Ennial.
Well, that's the thing with me. Like, I never know if I'm a old ass millennial or a young ass Gen Xer because
I
I was
think you're
born
a
in 80, and
millennial.
some say millennials are 80 to 96 or 97, and some say millennials are 81 to 90 to the late 90s. So I don't know. Because we used to say we were Generation Y. Millennials rather new that I
Yes.
remember.
And why was that? Why the generation
I think because
Y?
Y2K, like we came of age in Y2K or
Oh,
something
God,
like
that was
that.
such a
Or
big deal when 2000 came around. Everybody was worried at work. Oh, all our computers are going to go down. Everybody's going to get a hold of your information. And it was just, like the world was going to stop still.
so the millennial age range, it kind of varies, but you'll see just from a
Okay.
simple Google search, it does say 81 to 96. But I also see sometimes 80 is included in there. But this one says it was 1965 to 1980 is Gen X. So technically then I would be a
Okay.
Gen Xer. But then there's other ones here that say the early 80s to
Oh,
the late 90s. So I don't know what the official thing. I feel like baby boomers, they had it so clear. They knew this is what you are. And then it just got muddy.
well, baby boomers, I mean, they just.
So if your son was born in 97, I think he's a Gen Zer.
Oh, okay.
Because I
And
think millennial ends at 96.
okay. And Mims is
Let's
in
see.
here. Did you see Mims?
Hey, Mims.
Hey,
What
Mims, you looked
is
really cute tonight on your
Gen
pod,
Z?
podcast, honey.
Gen Z age range is
Y2K.
1997 to 2012. So if you're Gen Z, you were born between 1997 to 2012. If you're a millennial, you were born 1981 to 1997 or 96, I should say. And then if you're a Gen Xer, you were born 1965 to 1980.
Every time someone says 1965 to me, that just it's triggering to me. I like that word now, triggering. No, because they say 65, and to me that doesn't seem like that long ago, but gosh knows it was. I was in 5th grade. I remember it so clearly because the new Roman Catholic, that church came around and said, we're not going to do the Mass in Latin anymore, because when we went to Mass, it was all in Latin.
So you didn't
And so
understand it.
no, it was great. You could nod off and just go, okay.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. But 1965, the priest didn't have his back to you. He faced the congregation, and it was in English. It was a big year for us.
Weird.
Okay.
Oh my God, crazy year. Slasher says born in 99. You're a Gen Z. You're a Gen Z baby.
Born
You
in
are.
1999. Oh my God, that's the year I got sober, honey. Wow.
I think Gen Y is the reason we call right Gen Z, and then millennial just popped up. But when I was growing up, it was like, oh, you're Generation Y, and I was like, all right, I guess.
I
So,
know, but I just
anyway.
always thought boomers, just kind of like in grade school, I thought he was Democrat. But I just thought boomers were boomers.
Same thing as me, but I thought I was a
Oh,
millennial, and then like an old millennial, and then it turns out I'm a Gen Xer, because Gen Xers to me when I was growing up were like so cool. It was like Reality Bites, like Winona Ryder, and I was so far from that. I was just like a baby kid.
were
So
you
those were the
stealing
Gen
from?
Xers.
Were you a
Like
kleptomaniac?
Johnny Depp is a Gen Xer.
There's
And
something
he's way older than me.
There's something very fine about that man. I don't know what it is, but there is.
Oh, calm down, Nana. Oh,
there really
Jolene's
is.
number one fan is here. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, is that ever nice? Who is that, Lucy?
I don't know, but I love it because Busy had a number one fan. I said, when do I get a number one fan? And also
I love that. I thought that was me.
Popped up. Okay, so back to the Crystal thing. There's a lot of hoopla over Crystal and Sutton seem to be fine with where they're at. She said something. Crystal might have overreacted, but she said, I didn't overreact, but she might have overreacted. And then Sutton seems to have a lot of forgiveness for Crystal. And it's just like, we can move on. We all know I'm not racist, but the ladies that don't want to move on are the ladies that have the most drama hitting them and the most smoke coming at them. So they're like, why are we okay with this? Well, we're okay with it because the two people that arguably are the two people that matter in this conversation seem to be okay with it. I will say, though, that Andy's point of, well, we care because it took 3 episodes or whatever on this shit. Yeah. So I do kind of want to know what was said. And I will also say this. Sorry, I have a lot of opinions on this segment. You remember, everyone loves Sutton now, and that's great, and Sutton's great and all the stuff. But Sutton did come into that conversation with Crystal being one of those I don't see color people. And we know now that is a very problematic stance to have in the world, especially in 2021, 2022, whenever this was filmed, because we know that everybody sees color, and that not seeing color thing was just this thing that white people started saying so that they could feel better about themselves and be like, I'm not racist, I don't see color. We all see color. It is very evident. And if you don't see color, then you don't see the experiences of your friends, any people of color who you are friends with. You don't see their experience. Again, you don't go to the hair salon and go, what color are you getting your hair dyed? Say, I don't know, I don't see color. Well, what color is your outfit? I don't see color. I'm sorry. Never saw color. Don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, we see color. We know. And in the United States, I mean, again, with our history, we definitely see color. And so, but somehow it was this thing that just people started saying, and like white people started saying, and then it just got spread. Like, if you just don't see color, but everybody sees color. We see color in everything. We live in a colorful world. And also, if you don't see that, then, people of color have told us now that then you're not seeing my experience. You're not seeing me. So you're just kind of, you're just whitewashing everything and going, no, I don't. So Sutton was that person. And when that conversation first happened, I was like, that's problematic that Sutton is saying she doesn't see color, because that's not actually a good thing. And it's also not true. So I do understand that Crystal might have had a conversation with Sutton that left her kind of like, do I think Sutton's a racist? I mean, no, she hasn't shown to be. But do I think that Crystal could have picked up on the do not see color stuff? I side eye people that say they don't see color. I say, you see color.
Until this episode happened, and I remember they were behind a bar when this happened, and they were talking about, oh, don't tell me you're one of those that don't see color. I guess in my head, I thought that was a nice thing to say, that you don't see color.
Well, that's the thing. It was a nice thing that somehow some propaganda. It
doesn't matter. I guess it.
Yes, some propaganda was.
It didn't matter.
But it does matter, because if a white person says, like, I'm just telling, like, I think the understanding is, if a white person says it doesn't matter, you are dismissing the experience of Americans who their skin color definitely has an effect on how they're treated in this world, and particularly in this country. So white people want it to go away and say, no, race, I just love each other. Can we just be human? You'll hear that a lot. And that's a nice thought, but that's not the reality. And until we see that there are these differences, there are these biases, there is systemic racism, we can't fix anything. We can't live in la la land. We have to go, so it's a lot of, that's why people were like, educate yourself as white people on your privilege, educate yourself to help, your friends and family of color. That's the best way you can do it. Not saying, I don't see color. No, try to at least like educate yourself on what the difference in your experience and their experiences. And that's when, you know, people started writing books and things about white privilege, and people took it, and, you know, like white people got really worried, and they're like, I'm not privileged, I'm poor. And it's like, it's not necessarily an economic thing. I always explain it super simple. Have you, like Nana yourself, have you always seen yourself or someone that looks like you represented in media, movies? Have you always seen white women in most occupations you can think of, you know, not counting in like, you know, the patriarchy and misogyny and stuff, but and the wage gap? Have you seen yourself represented in media, in movies? Have you always been able to find your color of makeup? Have you always been able to get products for your type of hair? Those are some of the privileges that just very like basic within white privilege. So I think recognizing those things are then gain us progress, because now you're seeing, you go to Target. Remember Target? You would have, so if you're a Black woman and you're shopping for makeup at Target, I can't even imagine you're going to find your color, because they had like 2 tan shades of CoverGirl, and they had pale 1, pale 2, pale 3, beige, you know? So, but now you go to Target and you see all these different brands that are out there, made specifically for women of color, or even products for your hair sold at like major department stores that they've always had products for our hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
No,
those
I do
little
see what you
things.
mean now. And
Mhm.
for a person, and I'm not just going to blame my age for this, but brought up in a real white bread school.
Yes,
I mean, we had 3 people of color in our school,
exactly.
blacks,
Mhm.
and then we had like maybe 5 Asian. I mean, it wasn't, otherwise it was so white.
No, and that's the thing. And that's why it's, you know, it is important, even if you know, and it's important even no matter what age you are, to educate yourself on this, because it just
Yeah.
promotes progress, you know? So I think what you were originally saying is how, you know, I just didn't see color. Well, I don't blame you for that, because that was the propaganda pushed on us to say, we don't see color and let's just all be, you know, human and stuff. And, but that was something just to completely deny other people in the United States' reality. And all that does is just keep systemic racism thriving, you know, because it's at the point where if you just say, you know, not to get too into this, sorry, Tilly's over here, but if you just admit that the things you see right in front of you and how you identify someone, and that you do see color, and that you do see the differences in the way
Right,
people are
right.
treated in the United States, then change
Nice.
can happen. But if you just go, no, that's a thing of the past, it's not. It's so deeply ingrained in us, in our structure, in society, in so many things that, you know, as white people, we might not even be, you know, 100%
I
aware of.
totally understand what you're saying. And you said it very eloquently.
Oh, thank you.
You did. I like this, but how do you say this? Badar? Is it Badar?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Nude pantyhose.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
find her thing again. Exactly. Back
Yeah.
in the day, nude pantyhose was
So,
not my color nude. I wouldn't even think about that.
yes. And that's part of
But
your privilege, is
let me
that it's
throw
not
this at you.
a
Nobody
negative.
had cinnamon legs either. I mean, cinnamon was the big color growing
Yeah.
up. I mean, who were
But that
those?
is,
Yeah,
yeah, well,
I get it.
those were funny. But that's part of our privilege. And
I
people
get
think,
it.
but white people immediately, a lot of white people you'll talk to about white privilege, they get offended and they think, well, no, I'm not privileged. And I didn't get a hand me down. No one's saying that. They're just saying it's your privilege within society that, like you said, I didn't even think about that. I
I
never
didn't. I had
thought for a second I would go to
no.
a store and not find my makeup, not find my hair product. I never thought for a second I would watch television shows for years. Just think, Black Americans watch television. If you look at a show like Friends, #1 television show, where's the Black people? So you're sitting home as a Black American and you're looking for yourself. We're all just looking for ourselves to be represented in all facets of life, because as we see, representation really ignites and inspires people to then succeed or go for things. So it's how we work as humans, you know? So you're sitting at home and you're just like, I don't see myself represented in any of this stuff. Do I matter? Like, what is happening? And it's things that white people in America we just never had to think of before.
Never
We just
had to
never
deal.
did.
Never had to deal
Never.
with it. Never.
We always were represented. Our Congress people looked like us. Our movie stars looked like us. Our reporters looked like us. Our police officers looked like us. All the products worked for our skin, our hair, our stuff. So that is at its most basic definition. When people go, oh, white privilege doesn't exist, it's like, just seriously, a simple Google search. So simple. Not saying you, Nan. I'm saying people that fight it. It's a real thing. And
yeah, and certainly I'm not fighting it. I'm just saying my experience was
friends with ripoff of Living Single.
Ripoff of Living Single. I love
everybody's saying that, right?
It's true. You're right. So yeah, I mean, and all the shows we watched, it was all white.
Yes, yeah. I would say someone like Kelly Dodd would probably throw a fit at talking about this. She would go, oh God, no, you probably have family members you've spoken to. Exactly. Good God. It's like saying you don't see gender. It's like saying you don't see, you do. And that doesn't make you racist because you can see what color skin somebody is. It makes you racist if you act differently based on someone's skin tone. If you treat someone worse because of their skin tone, that's what makes you a racist. Not just recognizing that there's a Black person, that's an Asian person, that's a white person. Like those things don't make you racist,
Oh, so, Janice is talking my language now. We had Julia in the 60s and the Jeffersons in the 70s.
What was Julia? I know the Jeffersons.
It was a wonderful show. Julia worked for this doctor, and she was a Black nurse. And who played her? She's beautiful.
Was it on
her son's name
CBS
was
or something?
Oh no, regular TV.
Yeah, CBS, like ABC.
Oh,
NBC,
I thought you said I thought you said PBS. I thought I don't think they had that back when I was growing up. Yes, I think it was CBS, NBC, one of those. Julia, but I'm trying to think of who it was. She was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and her little son's name was Corey. I remember that.
Renee says, "I don't see straight people."
You know what, Renee? Diane Carroll. That's who it is. Diane Carroll. Thank you. Hi, Vibe.
Oh my god.
She was just absolutely out of this world gorgeous.
I've never even heard of that show, honestly. I've obviously heard of the Jeffersons and I've heard of Good Times and all that, but
Thelma. I thought Thelma was just, oh my God. She was gorgeous. I loved Thelma, and I love that show.
Oh, Kelly Dodd. I didn't know Kelly Dodd. I know that the whole like White Lives Matter shirts, Kanye and Candace Owens, whatever her name is, were doing it. And then Kelly Dodd made headlines, I guess. Good golly, saying for liking the White Lives Matter controversy. Kelly Dodd, go away. Like seriously,
Kelly Dodd, go away. Kanye, go away. Sorry, Kanye.
Of course. I mean, at this point, you are actively ignorant, Kelly Dodd. Like you are allowing yourself not to gain any new knowledge. Like it's so ridiculous.
Oh my God.
She needs a muzzle. She does need a muzzle. She's ridiculous. She is ridiculous.
Yeah, I like that. Mattel, we both hit it at the same time. Mattel didn't make the Black Dolls until 1960.
Yeah, see?
69.
There's so many things that
nothing I would have thought of. I didn't.
Yes, because you didn't have to. And that's when people say that's part of your privilege. That's part of our privilege. We didn't have to think about it. They made it for us. The world was made under America was built beneath a cloud of white supremacy. And ever since, and people think like white supremacy, they think like David Duke shit. Literally just making the country for white people. Like everything they did was for the benefit of us and not everybody. And even those small things, they're big things and they matter, and that's why, there is this push to like educate people on this shit and to be, when people say it's not good enough to just not be racist, you got to be anti-racist. You have to educate yourself on that to, create progress. But anyways, we kind of went off, but I like when we go off on our little tangents. And it's important because it is a conversation that was spoken about on this episode. And Crystal felt some type of way, and she might have been, a little dramatic about it. But I will say that she I will give Crystal that she's not, I think Sutton doesn't come off as hateful, obviously, but when she said though that comment about being like, I don't see color, I was like, okay. So I think Crystal immediately, she's, a millennial, a young millennial. She's, obviously a woman of color herself. So she's like, okay, I've seen this movie before. I know how this one ends, and then they just kind of just didn't have an understanding. But these two, Erica and Rinna, want to make it bigger because they want the smoke off of them. So in my opinion, what do you think, Nana? I think they don't want them to get along because they're like, whoa.
Gosh, no. And
we have to understand.
And this picture that you have up, I mean, they look so opposite. They look, I mean, serious. I mean, if those boobs could talk, Erica, I'm sorry. I mean, they're just busting out of there. That isn't really a pretty look. And I would be mad sitting next to Rinna, Don't sit me next to someone so thin that I look big and I'm not big, So
well, I mean, yeah, Erica's not big, but Rinna's just so
small that
exactly.
So besides, that would drive me crazy.
So we talked about the Crystal thing. We talked about. Is there anything else in your notes, Nana, that we didn't hit on this reunion?
Yes. The end. No. It's sorry. Diana comes on via from home. We talked about that, licking her lips. And she said that they mentioned that. She says, it's a nervous thing. She said they kept showing Garcelle when Diana was talking, and Garcelle could kill you with that gaze. I love it.
Me too.
Because it's like, don't even give me that crap. She's got that look like, don't even. And Diana sure didn't look sick to me. And I just wrote, Garcelle is so honest. She won't talk to Diana anymore. She says, I don't want to talk to her anymore. That's the look right there. And
why.
I get that. And I get that.
Once Diana brought up that murder thing and somehow her kid's pain was more than Garcelle's, Garcelle just like, goodbye. You're not going to be back next season. You're unfixable. We can't do anything with you. And I don't blame her.
Oh, but Dar, thank you very much for the $4.99. I'm just going to pop that up here right there. Oops,
we both clicked on it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you guys, Joleen and Nana, are fantastic. Thank you so much. Such a great chat. Thanks. I love when we can talk back and forth like this because it educates me, Well,
it educates me too because I didn't know the Julia show. I didn't know the Dragnet thing. I don't know nothing.
It always brings me back. Can I go back to 1965? Because it must have been a turning point in my life. Maybe because I was a young girl coming of age, 1965, first bra, that kind of thing. But being downtown, I know I told the story before and I'll make it quick. Standing downtown. And
let's wait for that one. Let's wait for that one because I think I know what you're going to tell. Let's not tell that one right now because that goes too far. Then we'll go on a tangent.
We won't go on a tangent on this one. I swear to God. Okay, real quick.
Wait, which one is this one?
Waiting for the bus. We were waiting at a bus stop and I was talking to a young girl and I was with some like 3 or 4 friends from the neighborhood. And one of our neighbors were coming to pick us up, the one mom that drove.
Millie, yeah, let's not talk about that. That's kind of a bad story. Let's not talk about that one.
Okay, thanks.
Isn't she a racist?
Well,
let's go stay. We already heard the Millie story. Rest in peace, racist Millie. We don't have anything more for you. We don't have any more energy to give racist Millie.
I was just going to say, just gave me a feeling of I did something wrong and truly I didn't. Okay.
Exactly.
The Room 222, Nana. Yes. Do you remember the show Room 222? Karen Valentine. I absolutely loved Room 222. That was 1960. What are we looking at? 69, 70, right in there. Oh, that was such a good show. Anyway, and what happened to Karen Valentine? I loved her. She reminded me of Sally Field.
Nana was going to tell a story about Millennial.
I just think that'd be a cute name. What's your name? Millennial. Okay. Okay, and your middle name? Ennial. Best show and chat on the YouTubes. Nana, no more Mountain Dew. Honey, I didn't do any Mountain Dew. I look high, but I'm not. I wish I was, and
she's
I'm not.
High on life. She's Nana. She's the star.
I just wish
she's a star. You always got these creative minds. You have to rein them in a little bit, but that's it. They're just She's flowing with energy and creativity.
I go off on things, and I didn't realize that they had a name for it. What do they call that again?
I do too. We both have ADD. I'm diagnosed. You just won't get diagnosed.
I can't be diagnosed. I don't want it to go against my my
insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. So what are we in? Is that
so
done
okay?
Now?
Garcelle won't talk to Diana. This is how we wrap it up. Diana's been going after Garcelle every day on social media.
Yes.
And Garcelle told her to stop.
Yep. She said, why are you so obsessed with me? And then Diana's like, because you're so beautiful. And she's like, no. And Andy's like, you don't mean it like that, like to be cute. She's like, no, I don't. She's like, stop harassing me. You post about me. I didn't know. I don't think I follow Diana Jenkins because on our Married to Bravo, I try to follow all the housewives so that I can get the tea, but I don't think I follow her. I'm 100% sure I don't. And so I didn't realize that she was posting this much about Garcelle. It's really sick. She's like harassing her. And then we have this text message, obviously, that Diana sent to Garcelle that if, that if Garcelle's son, believe me when I say if anything happens to my children, you will be held legally responsible and no Bravo contract will stop me. I guess my making Cherie take down my birthday post, you wanted to solidify me as a racist and actually ruin my life. Oh my God. Holy dramatics, Diana Jenkins. And that is a very threatening text.
Terribly threatening. And I think we just don't need to see people like her on the Housewives. I mean, they can be a little goofy. They can, go off in their own little tangents. But when we see threatening people like that, this is no one you would hire in your workplace. And if you did, they'd be taken out by security, God willing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They have to be escorted out. Diana would have to be escorted.
That's right.
Out. Oh my gosh.
You have to clean your desk.
This was ridiculous. Yeah. Block Diana Garcelle. Maybe she couldn't just she probably could, but maybe because of, them being on the show together, she didn't want to have to. But at this point, she is high key stalking you. Like she's not making it. She's not trying to hide it.
Thanks for bringing class to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, because Diana definitely did not.
It's just very sad. So, okay, so we've been
next week we might have Kathy Hilton telling Rena where to go.
And I'll be with you side by side. Are you still in your
You'll be here.
living area then?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And could I eat cake while I do it?
Sure.
I want to go to, what's that name of that? Cecil's? Not Cecil's. That's the one.
Sherman's.
Oh yeah, it's a deli. Yeah, Sherman's. Oh.
Yes. Did you see Kathy showed up in her slippers and a house coat? I think I got a screenshot of it. It's somewhere here. Let me.
I loved it because it showed her little slippers, and the same kind that they give away at the hotels, like Kyle would say. I never got nice slippers at a hotel.
Right? I must stay at the wrong places because I don't really that you can keep. But I mean, if you own the hotel or you used to own the hotel, I guess you just.
I don't know that. I wait for those cheap ass hotels. I'll keep a light on for you, but we're not going to get any slippers.
Exactly. This is still my favorite.
It is. Oh my God, she's so funny.
She does through the window.
The way she talks and the way she rambles, she reminds me of me sometimes.
Yes.
She does. The way she rambles and she'll go off on something else, and it's like she never had this conversation over here. I totally get that. And see, they look at Rena with her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I found my screenshots I was looking for. Okay, here's her little envelope. We see this at the end, like Kathy's coming.
I think
Mommy's
hilarious.
Coming.
I love that.
Clean your rooms, ladies. Mommy's home.
When she's sitting with the group, Kathy, I think they should put a TV tray in front of her. I think people would like that.
Yeah.
You know how she eats on a TV tray? I love it.
Serve their shots at the end of the night on TV trays to the ladies.
Well, rumor has it that after the three-part, rumor has it that they didn't stop to take a group photo. They just left.
Well, because Kyle's like, Andy, I gotta go. My feelings are hurt. Short Stack says, you took your dad to Sherman's for the birthday.
Did you? Short Stack? It's one of my favorite places. You walk in and you can see all their desserts. Okay, you got me a white coconut cake. It's about this tall.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, Kathy knows she's playing the
foods,
part.
and oh my God, they had the best stuff. And then the cabbage rolls. Now, Jill liked those.
Ew.
Anyway, they're my favorite.
You kept trying to make Chell eat it, and he's like, I don't want it. And you're like, come on, Chell, you want it.
Well,
like,
it was
right.
just so good.
Let's get into now. We still have to do, we'll do a brief Salt Lake City because we took so much time with this reunion, but we were just so excited for the reunion.
Well, it was very exciting. And I enjoy these ladies, but there's some of them that can, take a powder is what they used to say.
What's
take
a powder? Cocaine?
No, take a powder means to leave. Be gone.
Oh,
take a powder.
Be gone.
Before somebody drops the house on you. Okay.
Oh,
all right. A little bit of Wizard of Oz there.
Oh, good one, Nana.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I hate to do an Andy on you, but
she's Andy Coning us. All right, let's talk about these crazy ladies. Okay, what do we got, Nana?
Let's do it quick for all the people that would like to go to bed and the people that have to get up tomorrow to take the grandkids to swimming class.
Is that you? Yeah, that's you.
That would be me. I know. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
You do.
I do. I just absolutely love it.
That's because you're a good grandma.
Anytime I can spend time with those two monkeys is great. Courtside. Wait a minute. I gotta see.
Salt Lake City. What episode is this? Is this episode 2 or 3?
3. Season 3, episode 3. They're in Scottsdale. They're not in Salt Lake. And it's called Courtside Conundrum.
Oh, yeah, because it's about the Utah Jazz and what Lisa Barlow did or didn't do or what they heard while sitting courtside, right?
That's right. And conundrum, what does that mean? It is confusing, difficult problem or question. I had to look it up in Webster today. Okay.
Way to educate yourself, Nana. Get it with the vocabulary.
I can't speak well, but I can look things up pretty good. I'm a good speller.
Nana is like Meredith. She's like, okay, I have to be Meredith. My husband's soft, more disengaging. Nana, she's disengaging.
Is that a good thing, Miss?
You're disengaging.
Or is that
from Salt Lake City? It's funny, yeah.
Okay.
For my family and my husband's soft, we're disengaging.
Did you notice that her accent is kind of going away a little?
No, I think it's just as strong as ever, really.
No, it isn't. Listen to her once. I thought, oh my God, what happened? Okay, so Whitney talks about being assaulted as a child.
Being abused, yeah.
And she's not remembering it. And she says from 9 to 17, she has blocked some things out.
Oh my goodness.
Whitney says she needs her friends right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Whitney says, or Lisa apologizes again to Meredith. How many times can she apologize? Either take the apology or don't. I would have a hard time saying, okay, I accept your apology when she was screaming at the top of her lungs about what a whore I was. I would have a hard time with that.
Yeah, I'm going to say Meredith gets to sit on this for a little bit. It was a pretty bad, if someone's your friend and they're like, she's a whore, she's a hoe, and she effed half in New York, and her husband can't keep a job, and that's why they can't own a home, and her and her family and her stupid kids are so fake. I would be pretty upset. I'll be honest.
I know. I would feel bad because I couldn't remember who I effed in New York. But anyway.
Well, did you see now Meredith is like, she's owning this whole, did I send this to myself? She's owning the New York thing. Like, and by owning it, not that she did it, but not that she effed half of New York, but she's making posts of her drinking out of I Love New York cups and just like little jokes. I thought I had a screen grab of it.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty funny. Also, Nan, I forgot to tell you, spoiler alert, what's in Kathy Hilton's purse, Nana? You recognize that, don't you?
Hang on a minute. Is it a doggy bag? No.
What is in there, Nana? What's towards the front of it? So it looks like a package of something. What could that be? I was going to share this with you last week and I forgot. Breaking news. Breaking news. What is that, Nana?
Is it Nicorette?
She's smoking Cowboy Killers.
Oh, I didn't see the red. The Marlboros. Oh, okay.
Because remember, Erica's going to make, sorry to go back to Beverly Hills, but Erica's going to make a statement or say something in upcoming reunion part and say her breath just smells of, and I think she's talking about Kathy, garlic, wine, and cigarettes.
That's
but she's smoking reds, Kathy Hilton. I would think she was like a Marlboro Lights gal.
I would think Virginia Slims, if they even make those anymore. And Kathy, you're rich enough. You just do what you want, honey.
Chardonnay, garlic, and cigarettes. I know she's smoking Cowboy Killers, the reds.
I know. Allegedly. Those are, and they're not the Marlboro Lights, honey. They're the reds.
That's the reds. Those are the throat burners.
Marlboro Lights, they're the gold package. They have the little gold up on top, but these are the reds. And they do call them Cowboy Killers because back in the day, the commercial for Marlboros was a cowboy on a horse, and he died of lung cancer. Okay.
Oh, geez. The Capris, remember those? They're really small.
Oh, God. Thin. You had to suck so hard to get any smoke out of them. But anyway, speaking of sucking so hard, here comes Lisa Barlow. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Heather tried to smooth this over for Lisa and Meredith. It didn't work. Heather, keep trying. Just stay out of it. Heather's making fun of Meredith's speech that it's so regal.
I thought that part was funny when she was like,
I loved it.
Meredith, you can speak to me after you go and talk to a therapist. And then, so it was like, and, Lisa Barlow was like, don't talk about my mental health. And Meredith's like, for my family, you have to see a therapist or you can't talk to me or Seth. Okay? It's just like, whatever.
And you know what? Then Lisa, quit saying anything. Just quit saying anything to Meredith. Quit saying you're sorry. Quit saying anything. Because anything coming out of your mouth is not good.
She wants it to, I kind of like both of them right now. I can't help it.
And anything going in your mouth is getting you courtside.
She wants good one, Nana. She wants to smooth it over like it never happened. But what you said was your hot mic was hot. And you were supposed to be her best friend. Remember, she's like, I thought I was your safe place once upon a time. And Meredith's like, for my family, you were never my safe place. You were never.
I know these people. I mean, and the joy of this whole trip was going to Scottsdale, which I love Scottsdale. But
it's not the Maldives, Nana.
But to go to Scottsdale, and they're doing this for Jen.
It's not the Pall Malls, Nana.
They're doing it for Jen.
They're doing it for Jen because poor Jen, the alleged soon-to-be felon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm being sarcastic, No, okay. I love how Jen's just like, you guys, this is supposed to be, I'm going through a hard time. Yeah, that you scammed the elderly. Like, now we have to give you a vacation?
I know. Stop it. Are we rewarding? Why do we keep rewarding these thieves? Serious.
It's Bravo.
None of your business is saying cigarettes before they're lit smell like raisins to me. Really? I still like when somebody first lights up. I always will. I know it's wrong. A lot of times in my life, I've done the wrong thing. Okay. That's another thing. I could walk right by the smoke going,
ew.
Okay, hit me.
There at Halloween City today, there was a family and there was this cute little kid. He was being so cute. And I walked past them or I walked to their spot they were, and I was waiting. They were looking at something. So I just looked at something else. And then when I walked in their spot, it just reeked. So I'm like, oh, that poor little boy smells like ciggies.
But quit demonizing all these people. I mean, it's an affliction. It's an addiction. It's like,
affliction?
Leave them alone.
The brand?
Affliction, addiction, and leave them alone. I'm doing a pom-pom girl thing.
Yeah, Miss T makes a good point. Did it highlight? How come it didn't highlight Miss T's comment?
It did. Heather didn't. Yeah, it just did.
Oh, I can't see it. Sorry. My screen got, I got minimized. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, they keep saying, yes, this is for you, Jen Shaw. You're going to go to jail. You committed a felony. You defrauded people. We need to celebrate you. And Jen Shaw's like, right?
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's going to jail, but now they're going to take her out because they've all banded together after talking terrible about her. They're banding together to take her to this nice, Scottsdale home. Just fake friends. Thanks for sharing that. It doesn't bother me when people smoke cigarettes. No, you know what? I mean, I did it for years, so I have a hard time standing on my pulpit screaming, blasphemous things at people that have this
Blasphemy,
terrible
blasphemy.
addiction that is hard as hell. I'm either chewing the Nicorette gum or I got mints in my mouth, or I wanted to take up like knitting, some kind of crocheting, something to do with my hands. I am bringing some patches, Joe. They're not Nick Ruck patches, but patches to sew on your jackets. I got some cute
Oh,
ones
fun.
that maybe
Yeah.
you'd like on your on your patches, on
Right.
your jackets. Jen got the best room in the house, all for Fred. Right, there you
Mm-hmm.
go. What is that?
Right.
Why are we putting these people up on pedestals and saying, "Oh, poor you, poor you"? No, poor people that they stole from. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Nana, get her. Get her, Nana.
It's not, I'm not saying I've done everything right in my life, but I don't ever
Get
remember
on your pulpit, Nana.
stealing from
You
people
stole
that
my clarinet and you hawked it
I
and you
didn't
said I
steal
lost
it.
it.
I
Well, you
didn't
took it
steal
away.
it.
Well, you did buy it, so it was your
I
money.
bought it. Yeah, I bought
But
it with hard-earned
you
money, and I got hardly nothing for it.
but you gave it to me and then you let me search for it for 10 years. So I think you and Jen
I
Shaw
don't think
have
it was
more in
10 years. It was
common.
more like 9.5, and that's all
Well, it
right.
was like 20 because I just now realized that it was stolen. I thought I lost it and I did something wrong. You were like, you just don't take care of your stuff, Joleen. And then you pawned it.
I know. I'm not saying I was perfect. I did throw a good one the other day, but I think I'll just keep going here. I think when you're a senior, you can get by with different things because they think, oh, that poor little old lady, what's she going to do? I always say at Culver's, yes, I have the buy one, get one Culver Butterburger Deluxe.
Oh my God. You have
And
a buy one, get one at Culver's for the Butterburger?
Butterburger Deluxe. It's the double. And so
Nana, we're going to, oh my God.
what's wrong?
Sorry, I'm just worried.
What? About what?
A Butterburger Deluxe, you and Dad are almost 70. Let's just get the regular one.
Oh my God, stop it. You know what? Don't.
Okay,
tell-
sorry. I won't. I
No,
won't tell you.
don't.
Okay.
No. So, okay. So I tell them that at the thing. And so then I get up there and I hand them some other coupon. And sometimes they'll call me and I go, this isn't the right coupon. And then I'll go, oh, hang on. Where is it? Wait. I just got to do one of
Scammer.
these.
You've always been a coupon scammer. Forever.
And then they feel bad for me and they just go, let her go.
Let her go.
So, and I'll probably choke on that Butterburger Culver Deluxe, but it'll be a good choke.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. So
All
anyway,
right.
that was just something that I mentioned. But yeah, I mean, here's
Just
the thing.
what you have
we
in
bring it
common
home
with Jen Shaw is
Yeah,
you scam coupons, she scams the elderly. You could scam the elderly with your coupons if an elderly person is working there or owns Culver's. So there you go.
There you go. Same. We bring it home and then we put it on keto-friendly buns. How sad is that? Okay.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. You crack me up.
Okay. Enjoy your burger. You only live once. Thanks, Misty. That's one of my favorite burgers, except for the In-N-Out. Now that's a nice place.
We'll take you here. We'll take you there when you get
I like
here.
that because there's always a line and you have to go back and forth and back.
You have to go wait forever.
But it was worth it. I really liked I like hamburgers.
Okay.
I take a hamburger over a steak. Okay, so Heather tried to smooth this one over. It wasn't working. Jen is walking around with a megaphone. I'm going to speed this up a little only because we've been on for a while.
Get the expedited.
Jen was with a megaphone, which made I suppose you got to have her have some fun before she goes to the big house. Waking up all the other hoes is what she's saying. Oh, that's nice.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Okay.
They're getting up to go to the drinking trolley today. This drinking trolley scene. Okay. Lisa calls home to talk with John. She's always calling John.
I need to call John.
I need to call John. Did you get the kids off to school? And he goes, we got kids? Okay, no.
I lost one. I lost one in the war of trying to get them to wake up.
Heather says, Heather said, who are they trying to impress? Oh, that glam team on the middle of a glam team in the middle of Arizona. Who are they trying to impress? Why do we need a glam team? Heather's saying, why are you getting all made up? Well, what's wrong with, Scottsdale's a nice place. Why wouldn't you get made up in Scottsdale? Are you
They're
saying,
really down in Scottsdale, but Scottsdale's got the money, honey.
I know, are you saying Salt Lake City's all that? Okay. Anyway, Heather talked to
They
Meredith. Quit being a condescending bitch, she told her. How nice. They get picked up in a van to go to the Fifth Avenue shops downtown Scottsdale. Captain Perry's Party Trolley is the name of it. Whitney gets to jump on a pole that was not meant to be a stripper pole, but she made it her own.
Go Whitney.
They start throwing drinks at each other, and then Whitney did a double on her crotch, and they spilled it all over her baby door, like Joleen would say. Lisa took, then they went to a rodeo. See, a lot of these things are such fill-ins that I don't like to even report on them. That whole thing about the rodeo, I thought that was really boring. And
they have to go on horses, and it's just to show Lisa Barlow's boots or something. And
I know. And then poor Heather couldn't get her up on the horse. I said, they couldn't. They kept showing it.
Just the way you say it is funny. Poor Heather, they couldn't get her up on the horse,
Well, no, they couldn't. They just kept, and she was having a hard time taking her leg and throwing it over there. And I says, boy, I'd have a hard time with that.
You got two new hips. You can do it.
I don't want to ruin my hips mounting a horse if I'm going to go out. Okay, Lisa, alleged affairs they're talking about. And Whitney asked Meredith and Jen about this. It's just all this. She said, and look at the face on Heather. It just was as a cluster. Whitney is one who brought this all up. I think we need to put this on the table. Whitney's slamming things around. I think Whitney's losing it. Lisa put out supposedly for favors in her business. Whitney is saying Meredith started this when Whitney started it herself. Okay. Whitney says this is a retaliation between Meredith and Lisa. Heather is shaking her head throughout this. And then she turns the page loudly. She is looking at Whitney like she's lost it. Lisa starts screaming and crying. John, Jack, and Henry are my everything. And Jen says, all I have is my husband and kids. And everything, it was like a house of cards that was just going down. Boom, 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 dominoes. They were just falling. Jen is screaming, I've had everything taken away from me. Don't you understand that? And this is a girl's getaway. You know what? I guess it is.
It was pretty funny, though. There were parts of it that were pretty good. This whole now we're starting a rumor that to get back at Lisa Barlow sucks dudes off to get her tequila into Bevmo. And you're like, what?
I know. It's like
she sucked off Mr. Bevmo, and then Lisa Barlow admits that she didn't make up what she said in the rant, that those were things that she had heard and things. So now she's mad. So then she's like, no, those are things that I didn't have to make it up. It's true.
And why
Meredith is a whore. That's what she's basically saying.
Why would you be friends with these women? Don't you like yourself, Joleen, your closest girlfriends? Aren't you holding some secrets for them that you'll take to the grave with you?
No, I'm currently writing a book to expose them all. No, yeah.
You just do that.
Yeah,
you do that for friends. You do that for friends. You don't
feel
want their life to blow up in their face because they made some mistake.
Yeah, because they effed half of New York or they blew people to get their tequila in the store. No, I want their business to thrive. I'm like, blow, baby, blow. And this quote in particular reminded me of Nana. I'd give a blowjob for a burger. I don't know. You love burgers, Nana. Nana loves burgers.
I did mention.
You just said, I love burgers more than steak.
I love burgers better than steak. And so here it is.
Blowjobs for steak, and for fancy, Nana would give blowjobs for In-N-Out. So there you go. Just like Heather.
Really, when you look at it, kids, aren't we all sluts in life? Anyway,
right? Everyone's men, women. It's genderless. It transcends gender. Renee says, I love that Meredith embraced all the garbage, trash, horrible. Right? I love that she did too. And Nana, did you see the screen shot I put up? Like, you'll constantly catch Meredith. I mean, this is great for her. When someone spreads says such an ugly thing about you, definitely, who's supposed to be your friend, frickin'.
I like that.
Just have fun with it. Make it a joke. Don't act holier than thou. It sucks what she said. It sucks that she's supposed to be your friend. But you know what?
It is. That's a terrible thing.
Own it, baby.
But I mean, if they were really your friends, wouldn't you think that they'd have your back forever? Remember, man, that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Okay. Yes.
Oh my God. This is the best. I got this off Twitter. So here they are. So Whitney, of course, everything's going. I mean, they've cried and whatever, but they get the horse thing. They got the whore trash party or whatever they call it, and they go and Whitney, Jen Shaw put like vodka in Whitney's baby door, like you said, and then they get back to the house.
That was trashy. That whole thing was trashy.
Yeah, but they're doing their Housewives. It was great TV. It was very classic, award-winning TV. And then we get back to the house, and Whitney's like, you know what? Whitney is messy, and I'm here for it. She's like, I think we need to tell Lisa Barlow that we all think she prostitutes herself to get her tequila in the stores. It's time. It's time. And Meredith's like, I don't think so. For my family, I don't want to tell her. Me and Seth talked about it, and we don't want to talk about that for my family. Whitney's like, well, I'm going to talk about it. So, Lisa, I know you're not having a great time, but also everyone here thinks you're a whore, a paid whore. So take it for what it's worth.
And she's opening up another bottle of wine.
I know.
I love that part.
But we need this because it's freaking entertaining. And then okay, so her and Heather get into it because she insinuates Heather knew. No, Heather, you knew. Heather's like, oh no. She's like, we were sitting courtside at the Utah Jazz. And then Heather's like, how dare you? Maybe I won't be able to. I love sitting courtside. It was one of the quotes or something. It was like the comic relief we needed after Beverly Hills.
I think so, because I mean, I just never saw. I mean, I saw most of them fighting, but I never thought we were going to see Heather and Whitney go at each other. I really didn't.
Right? And how good. I mean, over the court side and and then Lisa's like, I need to call my husband. I need to talk to you. She's just, I mean, now, and then Meredith's like, okay, I'm not going to be disengaging. I'm going to talk to you. And Lisa's like, get out. She's like, I'm actually going to stay for my family. And we're going to talk about this. And Lisa's like, I don't want to talk to you. I'll just leave over here. I'm going to get a Diet Coke. And Meredith's like, well, we're going to talk about that for my family. I'm so soft.
I love those.
So this scene was so entertaining because it was like watching like SNL or something. The way these ladies, we got the drunkenness, we have the trashy lingerie, we have a felon now who has now admitted to and going to serve time in jail saying, what about me? It's supposed to be about me. Whitney's like, what did I do wrong? Yeah. Whitney's like, what did I do wrong? I didn't even bring anything up. I didn't even do anything. Yes, you just blew up everybody's spot. You blew it all up, which was beautiful. But it was, Meredith says, I'm going to check on you in 4 minutes. Okay? My family? And
I don't know why I said 4. Yeah. And Heather screaming at her, F you for calling me a liar.
Yeah, F you. Whitney's keeping that paycheck. I mean, this was beautiful. This was like, she's like when you're in front of an orchestra and you're
the conductor.
She's the conductor of this. And then she just sits there, like you said, opening all her bottle, like, what did I do? In her, low rise little bikini, bottom. She's like, what did I do?
Why did they all have lingerie on? I missed that part.
Because it's lingerie and slut trash. Remember when?
Oh yeah.
Lisa Barlow, the hot mic, she's a slut trash whore, or whatever she said. So they made that into like a. Thing.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. That is funny. How many likes did we get tonight? Can we
it was so
ask
funny.
anybody? All of a sudden I just started thinking about that. I don't know.
Someone tell Nana. Keep going with your notes, Nana. Keep going.
That's about it. It was the FU for calling me a liar. Heather walks out screaming at Lisa, and I just wrote, what a mess.
Or at Whitney.
Heather walks out screaming at Whitney. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, Jen, shut up, Whitney. Like, oh my
it was
God.
so bad.
It was so good.
No, I
so good. So bad good. I loved it. And then it's just the messiest, dirtiest trip. And I'm here.
It was
for
Garbage
it.
Pail Kids. Who's saying that? Carolyn T. That is funny, Carolyn. I love it.
Heather's just like, what the fuck, Whitney?
I know.
What are you doing? She's like, what? What is happening? Whitney gets drunk and she's so messy when she's drunk.
She is. It's like somebody put truth serum in her stuff and then she makes up something. Now, this hairdo, did she have curlers in her hair?
Yes.
What is that? Okay.
She was setting her hair. Like,
and wasn't that horrendous, this whole outfit? And didn't that black...
What was wrong with this outfit?
Oh, that
it's
black
lingerie.
lace
It's lingerie. It's lingerie, lady.
Oh, it's bad lingerie.
Oh, you just hate Jen Shaw now because she robbed your people. You're mad at her. She didn't rob my people, so I don't care.
Stay away from the boomers. We worked hard for our money. Yeah, whatever. Everybody
did. You guys?
Did you really? Okay, so see that in the back here. I gotta make sure that I'm showing this. See this little E, that one that's lit up, that's lighted up.
And my J, shout out to Realification if she ever makes it through this long of our video. She's not here now. Realification.
Thank you so much, Realification. I absolutely love this. Isn't that cute? And it changes colors and it just does so many things. It's beautiful. I love it. And we wanted to thank you. And then I wanted to turn this light off because it's last call.
Last call for alcohol. Nana Hall. Yes, last call.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so now you can see it a little better. It's so cute. And
nice.
And did yours light up?
Oh yeah, let me turn my light down.
I know. Isn't that cute?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Oh, I love having the E because I get more lights, but go ahead.
Thank you, Realification. This was from our Amazon wish list. We have a link for that in the description. Nana's birthday's coming up. She wanted me to mention that. Not that.
I really did. Not that my birthday means everything, but we do have, today is what, the 15th? So we do have 16, 26, 36, 35 more shopping days to my birthday, November 20th. It's so chic.
Does it light up and keep it hot and cold? It's amazing. It's so chic.
It's amazing.
It's so
I just love it. I just think it's so damn cute. And I had it downstairs and me and the kids were playing with it and we were just having it.
Did they love it?
They loved it. They love anything that lights up, just like Nana. And then we had snow this morning in Minnesota. I just thought I'd mention that. It's all gone now. So I kept my tree up in the dining room all year long. So I lit my tree today. I thought that was fun because it gets dark so soon. And pretty soon we're going to have that daylight savings time again. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, that freaks me out. See, I am not going to do well with that movie. That freaks me out. What is that you have?
It's my face.
I know, but are those your really eyebrows or is that, oh no, never mind.
Yep, that's my eyebrows. No, I went to Halloween City, like I said, and I got some fun stuff. Tilly hit some of my masks off with her tail. Tilly hates the masks. So I got 2 of these.
Oh my God, they just freak me out.
Oops.
Oh, honey, that just freaks me out.
Why?
I don't know. There's something about it. Like, I don't know. It's my Jen.
Yeah, it's my Jen Shaw filter. So I have this one. Okay.
Oh.
Nana, we haven't even gotten through Thanksgiving. We haven't even gotten through Halloween.
Oh my God.
I
don't know what it is. What is it? I can't wait to get there. We're going to have so much fun together.
I'm going to scare the shit out of you. I'm going to wake you up every day like, good morning, Nana.
I was just thinking about that.
Some Folgers? Your favorite?
Did I leave my Folgers there? Do I have some?
I don't know. We have coffee, though. We have good coffee.
I want Folgers.
But don't I look pretty? Let me move this up a little bit.
Oh.
Hi.
Thank you, moderators. Thank you all night long for taking care of us. Long.
All night.
Lionel
All
Richie,
night
19,
long.
94, 93, right in there.
This is like the clown from American Horror Story.
Oh, God. Is that the one with the red balloon? No,
that's it.
Oh, how about Chucky? What's his story? Oh, I don't like him either.
Oh, remember that? Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back. I love Halloween. So I went, I bought, I can't even talk anymore, a blood tote. Isn't that cute? It was only $3.99. It's a blood tote. Nana, get ready.
Do you know how many Culver Butterburgers we could get into that?
I brought my period bag. It's my new period bag.
Oh.
And then I got some of these little things because they'll go good on my tree. So you guys make sure you're following Spooky Joleen.
Those are
mods,
adorable.
if you could drop the link for that, that'd be amazing. Thank you. So I'm going to add this to my tree because they're just little ones because I have my theme of my Halloween tree is pumpkins this year. Last year it was wicked. And then I forgot to put this in my car. I got a car air freshener. Every day is Halloween.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Isn't that cute? I don't even know what it smells like. Hopefully pumpkins. And then they have these little guys. You know how I have Skelbo Baggins. If you guys follow my Sip and Key channel, I do have my skeleton, Skelbo. He's human size. And then I got these little skeletons for only $1.99, and you can sit them down.
Where'd you get those? I would like
Halloween
a couple of
City.
those.
We'll go. I'll take you to the one near my house.
Yeah, Frankie would like that. So would Lucy.
They don't have a spirit. They have a Halloween City, but this Halloween City was really rad. And look how cute these are. Yeah, I'll send some home for Frankie and Lucy. And then what else did I get? Oh,
Short Stack wants to know where you got the tote, honey.
For when we go see the Michael Myers movie, Halloween ends.
What are they?
They're barrettes. They're bloody knife barrettes.
Oh. No, like when you said Michael Myers, I thought
Nana thought we were going to see Mike Myers. She goes, "Oh, the guy from SNL. You want to go? He has a movie."
I thought it was the guy from SNL. Every time you kept saying Michael Myers, I thought, "Oh, that's that guy that did the guys in the basement." Were they
Austin Powers, Wayne's World?
Wayne's World. Excellent.
Yeah, see, little knives. They're little hair clips. So we'll both wear them in our hair.
Oh my God, we are going to look so
everything hot. I'm showing I got at Halloween City. So one of those pop-up Halloween stores. Usually I go to Spirit, but there's a Halloween City now. So this tote was only $3.99. It's so cute. I'm sorry. This is so cute. This bloody tote is adorbs.
See, now I'm with
another
Renee.
Skeleton.
That is great. Can you position these skeletons in compromising positions? Only with Barbie and Ken dolls. Okay.
You're like Chell. That's what he'll do.
That's what he would do. Yeah.
Where is my other face one? So
get a bottle of Benadryl. Diana Lee, I'm with you, honey.
This one is my favorite, though.
No, it scares me. There's something about it.
American Horror Story, Murder House. Can you hear me? The first season.
I don't like that stuff. Why am I having to do this?
Jessica Lange's character, her daughter, was like, I just want to be a pretty girl for Halloween. And she had this mask, and then she got hit by a car. But,
In real life?
Or The Purge. No.
Okay. All right.
Miss T says, for Nana's creepy pumpkin lamb with her face. Yes. We got to get her one of those.
Oh, honey. No, can we not wear those around the house when I get there?
Right, it's a purge. Yeah, it is like the purge. You're right. It's like the purge.
I don't know what any of that means.
Nana, we'll watch the purge.
Can we watch Pleasantville too?
Yeah, we'll watch Pleasantville after the purge. Look at this is kind of.
No, it scares me. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you, but I thought they were cute because they're like little. Look at all my makeup's on there and grease, but yeah, it was super. I just got I only spent $37, just some. But I want to go back and get some more stuff. They have a giant Michael Myers, and he has a knife, and he's going like this. And it was $250, and I called Chell, and I was like, Chell, okay, so there's a giant Michael Myers, and it's it's animatronic, and he's like stabbing you when you walk by. He's body heat activated, body action, and it's only $250, or maybe it was $275. And he was like, no. And I'm like, no, but just like, hear me out. He's like, he doesn't like scary movies either. So he's like, no, we're not going to spend $250. I was like, but I'm going to.
I would have hung up.
Oh my God.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you, honey. That's going to be a fun week for us. And I'm looking forward to going shopping with you, going swimming with you, and letting you work during the day so I can nap. It's going to be really good.
I took some days off, so get ready.
I figured you might, but you know, I just so you know,
I'm keeping you busy.
I know, that's great. I like to stay busy, and I'd like to do laundry, and I like to sort clothes, and I like to fold clothes, and I really know how to have a good time.
You really know how to have a good time. So make sure you guys are following. We'll do lives on this channel, but we're also going to be putting content on Joleen Vlogs, and we'll probably go to that channel just to chit chat with you guys while she's here, and also to post all of the videos from the movie and stuff.
We really are going to see that, aren't we? Because I said I was going to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but if it gets really bad, do you understand? I might go sit out in the car.
Oh, it's not going to get that bad. Just close your eyes.
Can I just
put your head on my shoulder? Put your head on my
shoulder. Do 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 do. Okay. All right.
All right. We got through it in 2.5 hours. Oh, murder.
Thank you for hanging in there with us.
And I have some surprise. I have something that came in the P.O. box for you, Nana. It's a surprise. I'm not gonna let you see it until you get here. I've had it for a couple weeks now. So whoever sent this, you know who you are.
Is that Tammy's? I'm trying to think.
I gotta reopen it. I forget who sent it again, but it's good. It's so good. I can't wait for all of you to see it. It's so good. It's so good. But I can't. I want her to react to it in person. But does it say who sent it? Yeah. Oh, yes, she was in the chat too. Maybe she's still here. Colette.
Oh, Colette. Yeah, she was in the chat. I just
Colette. We have it here.
And then I have the worst time with memories lately.
It's the best.
Memories.
It's the best.
Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there with Joe and I.
Thanks, guys.
Sunday I'll be coming into town, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you.
We're looking forward to scaring the shit out of Nana. We got 161 likes. That's pretty good.
Thank you for picking me up at the airport. Don't forget me.
So next Sunday, got it. Not this Sunday. Okay, just kidding. I always like to do that to her. Okay, it's not a dick in the box, but maybe we'll get Nana a dick in the box. All right, you guys, make sure you smash that like if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment after the video post.
Renee.
What would you like? Here's the question.
Yes.
What would you like to see? This is what you're going to answer in the comments once this video posts. What would you like me and Nana to do and for us to film while she's here? What if we were doing something or going live? What would you like us to do for the Joleen vlogs? Like an activity, just suggestions. You know, I've been doing kind of live stream shopping sometimes. So maybe we could do that, but just leave it once it posts.
Okay.
Once the video posts, what you would like. That's your question. Okay. Good night to everybody.
Good night, guys. Thanks so much. And
take care of yourself.
Yes, and casino could be part of it too. If somebody wants to say casino more than once, I wouldn't object. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Have a great weekend. Bye.
If you like what you see.